There we go. All right. So, hello, Planet Internet. I'm Emperor Cole for MindBender Entertainment Sports, and today we are here to talk about the NFL Draft, which is currently on. So, I was just making sure I had everything straight. Hold on. Looks like we got another pick this in with the fifth pick. It looks like Joe Alt was just selected by the Chargers. So that makes sense. The Chargers have to make sure they protect Justin Herbert. So, yeah. We've got our first guest waiting to join the live. Let me see. Get ready to add him. First person that's going to be joining us is my boy Nick, all the way from Rochester, New York. So let me send him the invitation so he can join the live and talk some football with us. All right, let's see. Yeah, so Joe Alt being picked, like I said, by the Chargers isn't a big surprise because, with their new coach, Harbaugh likes to run the ball a lot. He's more of a ground and pound type of guy, pause. So, and he already has his star quarterback, so you have to protect your quarterback. You have to make sure your quarterback stays upright. And Joe, as a lot of people has been saying, everybody basically thinks that he's going to be like a 7 or 8 Pro Bowl type of guy. Probably play a solid 10 to 12 years. He'll be a solid starter that they can plug in right off the bat. So I think that's actually a very good move. I actually have the draft set up to my right. So if you see me looking this way, I'm actually looking at a separate computer screen that has the draft going and then talking and dressing with you guys right here. Wow, the Giants have already got their pick in. I would be surprised if the Giants took J.J. McCarthy because I think that would be a horrible pick. They already got Daniel Jones and they're stuck with him for another season, so it's like they might as well. I say try to get Daniel Jones a playmaker like Neighbors from LSU and kind of see how it goes. Yep, perfect. It's going. Getting text messages while I'm sitting here on the live, so that's always interesting. But yeah, my own personal opinion, I see the Giants going after a wide receiver. They need to get Daniel Jones a wide receiver because, like I said, they're stuck with him for at least this whole entire season, maybe even next season as well. But I believe the way the contract is written, they can actually get out of it without too much dead cap space after this season. So it makes sense to try to get him a playmaker on the outside, try to see what he's all about. And here's my boy Nick. Let's see. Nick,
There you are.
how's it going?
Sorry, just trying to figure out how to use this thing, man.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Like I said, this is only my third time going live with this software, and I'm still figuring it out myself.
Word. Yo, I might have to take this downstairs because I got to figure out how to put. I'm chilling in the garage right now.
No, it's all good, dude. I'm sitting here. I just got done scarfing down 3 burgers, and I'm having myself a little bit of a something to drink with the sixth pick. I believe the fifth pick. Actually, no, number 6. The Giants just took Neighbors, the wide receiver, the LSU from LSU.
Oh, shit. See, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah,
A
I
lot of
don't know,
people
man. We'll see
thought,
what the Bills do, dude. There's a lot of receivers, though. Like, I don't think they ought to shoot their shit right now.
would you rather Buffalo got an offensive lineman to protect Josh Allen or a big play wide receiver for him?
I don't think we need the linemen. I think our linemen are functional. I think they made good moves. I think we should pick one up, like maybe third, fourth round,
Okay.
but not. But I do think we need a receiver.
All right.
I
So as
mean,
of
dude,
right
we
now,
can't run with Curtis Samuel. I
I
think
was going to say, yeah,
Shakir,
right now, who's your wide receiver number 1?
Shakir, like I think Shakir has it. But I mean, look at the history of wide receiver ones. Like
Mm-hmm.
most of them, they just really they don't overcome the greatness. Like Sammy Watkins, dude. That's a great example.
Yeah.
Like that dude thinks the earth is flat. Like, come on now. Dude, terrible. So
Oh,
I
man.
I don't think we needed to like overshoot. Like we could find somebody. Stephon Diggs was what? Fifth round pick
Yeah,
originally?
he was really good for you guys for a long time, and I was
He
surprised that they
but,
basically
but the
ran him out
point
of
is
town.
he wasn't a first round pick.
You're right, he wasn't.
Yeah.
I guess that was
So
probably part of what was driving him. The fact that he had that what you call it. He had that extra dog in him trying to prove himself. That chip on his
he
shoulder.
did, but it was also toxic at the same time. Like
Well,
we
yeah, yeah,
dude,
that's what happens after guys get
he
good. They become divas.
he became Vikings Diggs. Like he started out like a different kind of Diggs. Like he was awesome. Like he came
Hmm.
to that early training camp with Josh, like connected with Josh, like he wanted to be Buffalo Bills, and like honestly, I really do believe that dude like wanted to be a different person than he was in Minnesota. But
Yeah.
he is who he is, man. Like and like my big thing is that he never outwardly really said a lot of shit, but when that stuff came there, he could have been the team player he said he was
Hmm.
and squashed it. Like when his
Yeah.
brother was like, "Oh, Stefan should come to Dallas," blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
he had every opportunity to be like, "Yo, no, that's not true. I'm Bills for life." Blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
Yeah.
Yo, he kept it fucking crickets, dude.
But the
Like
fact that
didn't
his
say
brother
shit.
was even saying that stuff, you're right, it means that those are private conversations they were having. He was telling him that he wanted to leave. He wanted to go somewhere else.
And Diggs never contested it, not once.
Yeah.
Dude, that's not the type of person we want to like. I don't know. I was a wrestler, so I get McDermott. Like McDermott is from. He's a different breed.
Hmm.
Like he's military and he's a wrestler, which I was never military, but I get the wrestler aspect.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he wants people that are almost military like. Like
Go
you
ahead.
buy
People who
into a
just fall in
system,
line
you
and do
know.
what needs to be done. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not Stephon Diggs.
That's
And
well. Yeah.
so
Yeah. That's not Diggs. And it's funny
no, but
because Belichick was kind of like that, where he wanted everything. You just do what he says, no question, no anything. But some coaches
I
get
think
results with that.
McDermott's like a nice Belichick almost. Like he's a personable Belichick. He's like the Belichick that you would invite over for Thanksgiving. You know, like
The Belichick that you would invite him for Thanksgiving.
but I mean I like McDermott. Like I think he's made some dumbass fucking calls in some serious situations, which, those are questionable calls, but Bills fans, man, they're a funny bunch, dude. Like the real fans, they see it for what it is. You know,
Yeah.
they look at the history and they do the math, and they're like, you know what, McDermott's pretty fucking awesome.
So now the real
The
thing is this a rebuilding year, or are you guys still going to be competitive in the
Oh yeah,
AFC?
absolutely, 100%. It's a rebuilding year. I would expect we make wild card. I still think we have a playoff team
Okay, all
because we
right.
have something most teams don't have.
You got a real quarterback.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Josh Allen. Like Josh Allen, that dude's a dog, dude. As long as he's healthy, that dude does not fucking lose games. Like he will fight.
Now, the biggest thing with Josh Allen, I think, is just the turnovers late. That's about it. But those turnovers come from him basically trying to be Superman.
I yeah, absolutely.
But at the same time, it's like
No, he
you
does.
gotta let him be who he is because that's what you want him to be. You know
I think that calmed down a lot with Brady though. I think Brady might be. I don't know. Dude, I was scared about that one. I'm
what?
like, oh fuck! Like we're bringing in a fucking assistant now to fucking be the offense. Like, dude, fuck. Like this is not going to be better. But Brady, honestly, dude, he made Shakir look like an all star.
Yeah,
So he knows how to use those players that aren't big time, which might work out for us depending
yeah.
on who we pick up. Because Curtis Samuel has never had anybody even never near Josh Allen, and that dude has still showed his ass.
And you gotta think
Like,
about that. Yeah, like this. If he really gets to be the number one or number two guy, this is his opportunity to shine. So he'll go all out.
dude,
He'll run
he
through a
might be
brick
a
wall.
sleeper fantasy pick. Like Curtis Samuel, I'm throwing it out there. That's my sleeper fantasy
Okay.
pick.
Let's see if the next pick is back. Well, not yet. Still waiting
Yeah, dude.
for
Unfortunately,
it to
I'm
come
sitting in
back.
the garage, so I'm choosing between doing this or watching the draft.
Oh no,
So
it's if you have a laptop, they have it streaming live on YouTube.
I have my man cave downstairs, but I can't smoke cigarettes downstairs, so I'm
Oh,
probably gonna
okay.
smoke a cigarette and then retreat.
Okay. So now it's who do you think is the big well outside of the Chiefs, who would you say is Buffalo's biggest competition in the AFC?
It depends, man. I don't know. Like any team can get hot. Like there's always that threat that Aaron Rodgers could come back as Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers.
I think the
Um,
Jets are like a real sleeper team right now.
I
Because everybody's
think
kind of just
that
written them off.
you never know with the Dolphins.
Hmm.
Um, the Chargers.
The Chargers are one of those teams every year that I have these great expectations for, and then they just never live up to it.
Dude,
But
I
now that they
expected
got
them to draft wide
Harbaugh, now that they
receiver.
got Harbaugh
They
as a
just lost
coach,
what Mike Williams and Keenan Allen.
yeah, both of them gone. Keenan Allen is now in Chicago, and
Who do they have?
who's the other guy? The other guy, Mike Williams, I think
They
signed with the Jets.
they picked an offensive tackle.
Yeah, they picked Joe Alt from Notre Dame,
So, so I could be wrong on this one.
and
I don't know
Eckler
if the
Eckler
Chargers are a
left.
threat.
Eckler signed with the Commanders,
Yeah.
so their offense is going to look a little bit different. The
Um,
next pick is in. Let's see who it is.
who's on the clock?
Tennessee.
Running back.
J.C. Latham, the tackle from
Tackle.
Alabama. I mean, given the fact that they signed Tony Pollard and their
Oh
commitment to
shit, they
running the
did. Never
football,
mind, not running back. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They have their guy.
yeah, so it makes sense to get an offensive lineman because you're gonna need to be able to block for him. And also, I believe Will Levis is going to be their starting quarterback from here on out. So you need to protect your guy. So you know, that's right. They signed Calvin Ridley to that huge deal too. So that's like their going to be their number one wide receiver, even though he's a little bit small, but you know, not
So if they
terrible.
only had somebody to throw the football to him,
Hmm?
if they only had somebody to throw the football to him, dude, Levis is not your guy, man. I don't know.
Levis, I mean, the jury's still out on him. He's the one that had the hot girlfriend at the draft last year. And
Yeah, he did.
I think like she became like an influencer or something, and a couple months later she broke up with him or something like that. At least
Yeah, she
I saw
became
it on the
bigger than
internet,
him.
so it's on the internet, so it must be true.
She's like, I don't need you anymore, dude.
Yeah,
I got my fucking hits.
yeah, yeah. She got like a contract to be like to endorse
Side
something.
note, my fucking 10-year-old daughter has like 103 subscribers on YouTube right now.
Wow.
Dude,
My daughter has
it's,
maybe 2 videos, but she's only got like 20 subscribers because I haven't had a whole
yeah.
lot of time to do all the editing and chopping
So
up all those
how do
videos.
you find out who these subscribers are? That's my question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
But
I
I
know
know
some of them are people from like her classmates from her school and all that, but it's like you'd like to believe that's who all of them are, but
which
103 for 10 years old is kind of a lot.
yeah, which she put like she is good with it. Like she has figured out she can't do it on her tablet. I've figured out. I tried, dude. But so she has to actually take my phone and like make videos with my phone. So
Oh,
the
okay,
rule
yeah,
has always been like I have to see it before you post it.
yeah, 100%,
And
yeah.
now that she wants to do the YouTube shorts, which apparently was like the problem, she does a lot of the shorts.
Hmm.
And I think that's how she's gotten so many subscribers because that shit apparently gets past. I don't even know. But she does some good shit, dude. She's actually really good with it.
That's
Like
what's
she's
up.
learning her craft. And who knows, man? Like she might be making that YouTube money by like 16.
It's possible.
We'll
It's a
see.
hey, it is a viable career option now. With my
No,
daughter,
for real.
I have to sit and edit her videos and put them together, so I get to see everything that she's actually doing.
So a lot of the videos I watch First Amendment audits. I like those videos. I don't know if you ever watched any of those, but there's a dude, Long Island audit, that does like audits a lot around where you are, as well as like he's gotten big enough where he like travels the country,
Oh wow.
and he goes into places that should be public, like post offices, government buildings, places where by your First Amendment right you can videotape, and he tests the public servants essentially,
Mm.
and those videos are popular, dude. Like those dudes get a lot, and I have the balls to do that. But like my wife's like, Nick, do not fucking do that. I also, dude. I love camping. Like I can start a fire with fucking nothing. Like that's how I introduced Lorenzo's first time camping, dude. That motherfucker was so terrified that he was gonna get eaten by a fucking bear, dude.
I
And he
remember
can't
hearing this
swim,
story. I remember like
dude. This
he
dude
started bugging out.
dude, he still can't swim. Like, and we've had him out in so many boats with like a life vest, sitting down on the bottom of the boat, scared to fucking death. Out in the middle of the fucking lake, and this dude's like, oh my god," and I don't know, dude, I think camping videos mixed with a little bit of
Yeah.
marijuana.
Hey, it's legal.
I
It's
think
legal in New
could be.
York. Do your thing. But
I think
I
it
heard
could
the
be a good hit.
story. I heard the story about Lorenzo and the bear, and he thought he was gonna be attacked by a bear, and he was like flipping out all night, acting crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man,
Dude, we
yeah.
tripped on acid a couple times up there. Dude,
Acid,
Lorenzo on acid.
acid while camping is nuts.
Yo, I had been going to that cottage since I was born, and I was terrified to walk out in the woods that one night, dude. Him and I sat there rolling dice for change for like, I don't know, like 8 hours. These other
What?
girls were watching the movie The Stand. They watched the movie The Stand in its entirety, bro. The
Wow.
whole thing from beginning to end. Kristen, we were trying to keep it a secret from Kristen that we were tripping. She was there. And I don't know, dude. Either she's really naive or stupid. I'm not sure which, but I think
Keep
she
my
fell
word
for it.
alive, Nick. Keep that word alive. Don't say nothing too crazy.
Well, dude, I don't know how she. I don't know how. Yeah, dude,
Oh,
whatever, man.
The Falcons pick is in. What?
Who?
The Atlanta Falcons with the eighth overall pick Michael Penix Jr., the quarterback from Washington. Whoa!
Yo, that's a great
Whoa!
pick. That's a great pick. Yo, that's a sleeper quarterback right there, dude. Michael Penix,
Wow.
as long as he
Kirk,
stays
Kirk
healthy, that
Cousins.
dude. Yo, dude, that's a great fucking pick. That's early. That's way too early. I think. I think they could have traded back and still got him, but
Yeah,
dude,
that's
still,
crazy.
they could have
And
got some draft capital
Kirk
and
Cousins
still
got
got their guy.
basically, Kirk Cousins got 2 seasons at best. That's it.
Wait, Kirk Cousins on the Falcons?
Yeah, Kirk Cousins signed a $100 million deal with the
Dude,
Falcons.
yeah, yo, I'm out of it, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm a huge trash.
Yeah, that basically means he's got 2 seasons at best.
No, he's got one season, man. Maybe if that, dude. I bet Penix goes in by the end of this season. He is a sit back and wait quarterback. Like you want to take your time with that dude. But
Yeah, so I'm saying maybe they'll give him like I said, season to develop. But so that means Kirk Cousins is this season,
dude, he
maybe
should
next
be though,
season.
dude. How the fuck did that dude hang around getting paid as much money as that dude gets paid for so
And
long?
it
Like
was
for
because
real.
Washington franchise that tagged him 2 years in a row, and that his pay scale has been extreme ever since.
Dude, he is the definition of mediocrity. Like that dude is like I'm sorry. Like he speaking from a fantasy football standpoint, he's a dude that'll get you some points. I'm always, and I know you've watched me draft over the years. I will never go after the top quarterback.
No,
I
you don't.
always pick that Philip Rivers type quarterback, dude. You know that Jay Cutler,
The
like
quarterback that puts
that
up a
that's
bunch
my
of
guy.
numbers that you can get in like round 5 or round 6.
Yep, that's my guy, and I fill up on my other positions before, but Jesus Christ, Kirk Cousins, dude.
Wow, that pick has my phone going crazy. Everybody's texting out. It's right. I said
Are,
he was going to be
are
the
we the
steal of the
only two up
draft.
here right now?
I said he was going to be a steal. I thought people were going to, I expected him to be drafted like 21, 22. I didn't think they were going to be number 8. Whoa.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like they could have traded back for
Hmm.
sure. Yo, that was a Bills moment.
I
That
thought
was
they
a
were going to
Buffalo
draft
Bills
maybe
moment.
get that guy Rome Aduze from Washington, but
Yeah, dude, that's holy shit. I hope the Bills fucking do something real soon. I'm not watching, but God, I hope they do something real soon.
maybe they
Like, I
who
want that guy.
knows?
That's the guy I want. But we'll see. There's always Brian Thomas. I like him.
Who's Brian Thomas,
The
isn't
other
he from?
LSU quarterback or wide receiver.
Yeah, yeah. Hold up. 1 second. I'm going to refill my drink.
Word. I'm gonna.
So yeah, so Atlanta with the first big surprise in the first round.
I'm really sorry. I know I'm on live, but I'm peeing.
It's all good, man. Do your thing.
I got you on the stairs. I'm in the basement bathroom.
The Bears are on the clock with their second pick. Their second pick in the top 10.
Yo, this is where they pick up Roman Duze. They pick up the wide receiver for
I
Caleb
think so.
Williams.
Yeah, they're gonna pick him. The pick is in. Goodell is going to. You know what's crazy? I just found out today that Roger Goodell actually has a house that's not too far from where I live.
Really?
Yep, Roma Duze.
I
The Bears took
fucking
Roma Duze.
knew it, dude. I fucking
That
knew
was
it,
a
dude.
that was a great pick.
Yo, hold up 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can get this. All right, still got you on there. I'm gonna see if I can get this on small screen.
All good. Wow. Rome Meduze, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and they got a decent tight end. Pause. The Bears might actually be a pretty good team next year.
All right. Yo, I got the draft on. All right, here we go.
You see it? So if you had to predict how many wins the Chicago Bears are going to have next season, well, would you go over under 8?
I have to see their schedule, but I got the Lions in their division. Packers aren't looking terrible. Vikings, who's their quarterback right now?
Nobody right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to say in their 17 games, I'm going to say 9 wins are fair. I'm going to say over.
Over? I'm going
Yeah.
to go with 10 wins.
I think that's fair. I mean, I think that what they just did was genius.
Yeah. Yeah. They got the
But,
star quarterback and star wide receiver.
yep.
And they already
So
had two other really good wide receivers. So, and their defense, like I said, their defense is okay too. It was the
I
offense that
just
needed
don't like
fixing.
the pink nails and the fucking. You see that shit, dude? I know you saw that shit. Him in the
Who?
sidelines of that fucking Caleb Williams, that girl's basketball game.
He had
He
pink
had a pink
nails.
purse, pink nails, pink lipstick. Yo, look
Jeez.
it up.
Maybe he lost a
Yo,
bet.
I would hope so. Because, yo, in the words of Artemis, that was a serious pause moment. But, dude, yeah, he's totally, like, sitting there, dude, with a fucking, like, pink phone case.
Yeah, he was definitely doing that for the attention.
I don't know. Will this be our first gay quarterback?
That's like what's
We have yet to have a first openly gay quarterback in the NFL. Will this be our first one?
I'm pretty sure the NFL's had one. Like, well,
Uh,
probably not openly, but
Not openly.
who was the dude from San Francisco? Remember when T.O. Garcia, Jeff Garcia?
He wasn't openly gay,
There were
was he?
rumors. I don't know if he was.
Rumors.
Remember?
Rumors. Dude, T.O. seemed a little fruity himself. Let's be honest. I think T.O. and fucking Ocho Cinco were just fucking anything, dude. They didn't give
You-
We gave him the key to the city. Literally, like Buffalo was like, "Yo, To, let's fucking make a big presentation. Let's fucking stop everything
by the
and give
time
this
they got
motherfucker
T.O.,
the
it
key to
was
the city."
by the time y'all got T.O. It was at the end of his. It was at the end of his career. But I think he did have one good season for you guys, didn't he?
No, he did. I have his jersey downstairs. I did buy the To jersey when we signed him. I was that guy immediately.
How
I
did
also
you?
have the Sammy Watkins hanging out down there.
Did you see that video I posted with the guys on draft night when they were pissed that the Bills drafted Josh Allen instead of Josh Rosen?
Yeah, dude, idiots, idiot.
I mean, they were upset. These guys are like, "What the fuck are we doing?"
No, I remember I was talking to my buddy Mel when we drafted Josh Allen, and I was like, "Yo, I honestly I don't know too much about this kid. Like, what do you think?" And like Mel watches a lot more college football than me, and Mel was
Hmm.
like, "Nah, man, like that kid is he's raw. He's not
Pause.
somebody that can go out there and just fucking do it, but he could be your guy."
Okay.
And Mel was also super excited about EJ Manuel, though. So I mean,
I remember when people were happy about EJ Manuel, the Florida State product. They didn't work out so well after 2 seasons.
no, he also loved what Nathan Peterman was the other one he loved because he was what Pitt.
Yeah.
Mel's a Pitt guy. Mel's Pittsburgh Steelers all day. He's from
Oh, okay,
Pittsburgh.
okay. That's like my boy
Yeah,
Enz.
so
Enz is a Steeler fan through and through. Like he bleeds black and yellow.
so
Next
are you
pick
doing
is
your
the
draft this year? Because
Vikings.
I might want to come back.
What do you
And
say?
do you have the trophy at your house right now?
Yes, yes, I do.
Can I see it, please? Pretty please.
Hold on.
Sugar on top. Oh God, it's beautiful. Oh my God, it's beautiful,
And you see, the idea was each year I was gonna have it engraved with whoever one's names on the side, but it was like the people in the league weren't taking it as serious as I wanted people to do it. So we only got up to like
dude.
the first 6 years.
Yo, the people in your league suck. Like a lot of them,
Yeah,
but
it's like they don't take it like I wanted us to be all locked in with
won't
it.
even lie. This is my favorite league I've ever been in, ever. Like ever. I took that one to heart more than any other league. That's why I won so many times. I took
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit
you won like
seriously,
six
dude.
times, right?
Yeah, I do. I am the Tom Brady of your league. Like I definitely I won a lot, but I took that shit seriously, and unfortunately, not everybody else did.
I'm
You
thinking
did.
I might. We may do it again this year, but I'm gonna have to start scouting and recruiting people much earlier. You know.
I might have a couple good ideas. They will definitely not do like any more than like $100, 100%.
Hey, see, but that's part of the
But
thing. I made it more because I knew that would make people that would weed out people who weren't serious to really didn't want to play. Because the worst thing is when you have maybe two or three guys who are really taking it serious, then you have the rest of the guys who are like they only paid a
see,
hundred
I
bucks,
got
so they'll just kind
butthurt.
of let it go.
Not by like you or I fucking lost and I got fucking pissed off and I was like, oh man, it went up too, and that's why I went out, dude. Dude, I am a sore loser. Like I'm so bad. But that's why I've won so many times because I'm a sore loser. Like I hate
Hey, it's the
losing.
commitment. You need the commitment. You need to be, you
Yeah,
know.
but I gotta tell you, I got that itch. I want back in. Like that's my favorite league. Like I'll find dedicated people. I'll help you do this. But and also like you talk shit, dude, in that league, and like nobody talks shit back.
Yeah,
Like it's
exactly, exactly. You need people to have that
yeah,
competitive edge.
yeah. Like
Hold
I
up, the
want
the pick
people to
is
talk
in. The pick
shit.
is in.
Gotta be a quarterback, right? Because they don't have one.
Let's see. Oh, okay. They're talking about somebody that was, I guess, it was in the army or military or something that passed away that was
Yeah.
connected to the Minnesota Vikings. Well, this is
Oh
a
yeah.
good time for
You
me to
go,
go. Hold
kid.
on, I need to go grab myself another beer. I'm running through them.
My dude. JJ
Oh my
McCarthy.
God, JJ McCarthy
Yep.
going to
Definitely need a
Minnesota.
quarterback.
Yo, that's
So I have jury duty all week.
you do.
Yeah, so like normally I'd be stressed because I have to be up by like 5:15, 5:20.
You left the
Um,
restaurant business, right? You got into like I forgot you was telling
yeah,
me before it was something different.
no, I do. I'm a foreman at a mold remediation company.
Hmm.
So I essentially I kill mold. Like I go in
But
there. It's a lot of painting. Like there's some drywall, electrician work, soffits, attics, basements.
but you said you
Yeah,
like that a lot better than the restaurant stuff, right? Those better hours, right?
I do, but there was definitely a pay cut. And
Mm.
it's funny because I've like now that I'm really good at what I do and I'm a foreman, I've picked up side jobs. And like
Oh,
if I
okay.
pick up side job, like, quietly doing a mold remediation job because I can't do that legally. But if I do, I can make like $4,000 in like fucking like 16 hours of work. And I have.
What?
I have. Um so it's nice having that side hustle, but the hourly rate for working where I work is even as a foreman, it's a huge pay cut, but the hours are better with my family.
Yeah, and that's believe me
So
that the hours with the family is way more important than the money.
it is. I got offered a job at Cloverwood, which is a senior living facility,
Hmm.
which is different than restaurant work. And
Yeah.
I actually interviewed for the job yesterday. So we'll see how it goes. It's apparently the sixth top senior living facility in New York State. Dude, they have a fucking movie theater in this old people's home.
as
Straight
long
up.
as long as
Like
it's not
movie
stressful.
theater seats. Dude, it's ridiculous. I'm like, yo, I want to live there. Like, please. A pool room. They want to build a pub for like it's in Pittsburgh, which Rochester.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's the Pittsburgh's senior living facility essentially. But it pays actually even more than I got paid as a district manager for the four restaurants I ran in Rochester.
Wow.
But the hours are 11:30 to 7:30,
Eleven
and
thirty at
weekends
night until 7 in the morning.
11:30 a.m. until 7:30 at night. And so it's a big chunk of the day, but weekends rotate. So I'll have off one weekend, I'll not have off the next. Right now I have off every weekend, and I work 7 to 3:30, and I really like what I do.
Okay.
But so it's money versus I don't know.
Money versus free
I have a
time.
big
Yeah.
decision coming up, bro. Like, and honestly, I haven't been offered the job yet, so who even knows? Like, but
I've been in that decision. I've been in that space a
I,
few
I
times
know.
myself.
I don't interview a lot, and I rarely, honestly, it's only been one that like struck me, and I was one of the two people that got it.
Mm.
The one person got it because they had more experience in real estate and realty. But this is the second one that I've actually replied to, and we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? But I feel good about it.
Shoot. So, what do you think about JJ McCarthy going to Minnesota?
I think it's smart, dude. You don't have anybody. He is definitely 100% the next best quarterback on the clock. I think they would have been better off with the Jaden Daniels, but I like it. I think he's better than whoever the fuck the Patriots picked. What's his name? That dude looks like fucking Mac Jones. He looks like a fucking Wish.com Mac Jones.
Great value, Mac Jones.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't watch college football. That dude might be phenomenal, like for all I know. But I'm just talking by appearance.
Jets take an offensive lineman
I see that.
from Penn State. Yeah, they
Can't
kind of
say his
needed that.
name at all.
Maybe they'll be able to keep Rodgers healthy.
Try to say his name.
If you got me,
Let's
Olamu Walu Fashu Shanu.
see. Olu Olumuyawa Fasanu. I think I got it. Oli Olu Olumuyawa Fashanu. Dude, that's a mouthful.
Pause. Let's see. Yeah, the Jets with the O line pick. It makes sense. They they're gonna need to probably pick up another offensive lineman at some point during this draft.
They have to check their 75-year-old quarterback.
You think next year the Jets probably need to draft a quarterback of the future to be
Oh,
Rodgers'
absolutely.
replacement?
Honestly, this year I think would be a good idea because what he only had a 2-year contract, right? I
Hmm.
think this is year two, so they should draft somebody to
Yeah, just
be
just in
Rodgers.
case he decides he doesn't want to come back. Or what if he gets hurt in like week 11?
What if he gets hurt in the first like 2.5 minutes? I mean, it's happened before.
Yeah. I don't know who's next up on the clock. Let me take a look. So the Jets just took the offensive lineman. You guys pick like well, I know Tampa Bay. We picked 26. What pick is Buffalo?
I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry.
It's all
I'm back.
good. You're still there.
All right. You said Tampa Bay,
Yeah, we're pick 26. What pick is Buffalo?
28.
Oh, okay.
Currently, I don't know, man. I know the Bills are going to make a move. I just don't know if it's up or back. But I promise you, they're going to make a move.
Oh, the Broncos are on the clock. I think the Broncos are going to take Bo Nix from Oregon,
Who's that?
quarterback.
Yeah, good idea, dude. They have Zach Wilson. And
Yeah, yeah.
what? Jared Stidham and somebody else. I have no idea. Is it Jared Stidham? Is he still on the Broncos?
Yep. He
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
didn't he start like
they
once
have
or
fucking
twice?
nobody. That's good, dude. Those receivers just move on down the board, dude. I wish I could figure out this fucking app. Or it's not even an app, like, dude. I'm on Google right now.
What?
I wanna. So I have a whole workbench area. Like, I can't even see if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see
You
it.
should. Yeah.
That's a real
Dude,
workbench.
I can tell. Yeah, it's funny, dude. Like, I was never a handy person. Like, or at least I didn't believe I was.
Yeah,
And
I
then
gotta
I
admit,
started doing
I'm
this
not.
job.
Yeah.
And, dude, it's not that bad, man. Dude, you can do anything. I'm telling you. You say you're not a handy person. You're a handy person. You just haven't tried. A lot of it's just fucking common sense. Like, if it fits, it fits. Make it work.
Pause.
Walk on into the Higby household.
All right, we are back.
We have Tim
My vote.
driving there.
I say the Broncos are taking Bo Nix next, quarterback from Oregon, and we'll see in a moment.
Caitlin, would you like to say hi to Aramis? No. This is just your voice right now.
Tell I say hello. How are you doing?
She does not want to be on video right now.
Oh, that's
He
all
says
good.
hi. We're doing draft talk.
We're
Men's draft.
currently live in MindBender Entertainment Sports, and we're also live on MindBender's YouTube channel, which has about 8,000 subscribers.
I get it. I do think you're cute.
If you were the
Yeah,
GM for a
she would
team,
have murdered me.
if you were the GM for a team, would you rather have a young, unproven quarterback fresh out of college who's supposed to be a star? Or would you rather have a wildly old veteran who might be in his last 2 or 3 years in the league?
Young.
Okay, we got another
I
person who
mean,
wants to. We got another person who wants to join the conversation.
yes, bringing them on. I say young because I mean you're only going to get so much of the wily old veteran.
Yeah. Let me.
But if you get them
Well,
at a bargain
here's the pick.
and
Hold
like
on.
you
Here's the
work
pick.
it,
Here's the pick. Bo Nix.
bonus, bonus.
I called it. All right, so I'm about to invite him now. Wow, I got Bo Nix right. How crazy is that?
Dude, it's smart of them.
Let's
I
see.
mean, so who's going to be the backup? Will Zach Wilson be number three?
Uh, Good question.
I think he will.
Somebody will probably get moved to the practice squad. So
I mean, you would think Jared Stidham, but I think it might end up being Zach Wilson.
let's see. All right,
Dude, they can't
so
do any worse than Russell Wilson. So, yeah,
I wonder. Well, how much of that could you really put on Russell Wilson? Because I remember they did like a side by side comparison of Russell Wilson's numbers last season, and he was only a few yards, and maybe he was only a couple stats off from Patrick Mahomes. And that's what was through like maybe 9 or 10 games. Of course, the Chiefs had
really?
one more. Yeah, it was one of those things where it was like everybody's dumping on him, acting like he's so terrible. But it was literally like Mahomes that maybe threw two more touchdowns, and he'd throw for like more yards at that point. It was something like that. But of course,
Mahomes did not
ultimately,
look great last year either.
wins
But
and losses are what everything is about.
yeah, I guess so. I don't know, dude. Facts are facts. I can't debate that. Like, if
Hmm.
that's a fact, then I can't debate it. But I mean,
But Mahomes is also just won his third Super Bowl, so that's a
yeah, who the
huge
fuck, dude?
stat.
That fucking guy. Yeah, I'm about sick of that.
His one loss in the Super Bowl came against the mighty Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, good for Tom Brady, I guess. Like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Like, is this fucking like some sort of like multiverse? Like, where I'm like, yay, Tom Brady?
Yeah, I know,
Like,
right? Because that's oh man, I felt
dude,
so awkward having to cheer for Tom Brady those first couple months, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like me and this guy have been sworn enemies forever, and now he's on my team.
so I've always had so in Madden, my teams that I pick have always been number one, the Buffalo Bills, obviously,
Hmm.
and then the Browns and the Bengals. Those are the other two teams that I always play with.
Hmm.
Like, but I also have always had my NFC favorites, and Tampa Bay was on top of that list. And it was because your stadium, dude. You have a fucking pirate ship as a fucking
Yeah,
stadium. Like, that's cool as fuck. Like, how are you not gonna?
yeah.
So I don't know, dude. Like
I've been
fucking
to,
Tom
I've been
Brady.
to I've actually been to three Tampa Bay games, and I love it when we
I love
score a
the Lions
touchdown.
too. By the way,
The Lions.
I love the Lions. I love the Lions. I've always loved the Lions. And dude, it's that Bills. But I mean, think about it. Like I played with the Browns, the Bengals, and the Bills,
Hold
and
on,
I
we got
love the
we got another
Lions.
guy joining.
I like the losers, dude. But that's also, I think, why I like the Bucks too. I mean, you guys are at one point were called the Yuccaneers. That
Yeah.
was literally the nickname.
Wayne, what's going on?
Not
Brock
much. Can you see
Bowers.
me?
I cannot see you, not yet. Can you see
Hi, Dan.
us?
I can see you.
Okay. Do you have your computer? You have your camera on?
I got my cell phone on.
You have to you probably have to turn the camera on so we can actually see you.
There's a button on that small square. I don't know what I hit. It was a while ago.
It says guest has muted themselves. Oh man, this is crazy.
I'll
You'll get
figure it
it.
out.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm looking at it, I want to see if I can. Oh, there's my whole face. I can see me now. I can see what you see. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I can't see you at all, though. So I have to go.
Yeah,
Normally I
Wayne,
see
your
you.
screen is just black. Maybe he's gonna call back from his computer.
There we go.
Okay, he's calling back.
Dude, check out this Josh Allen jersey, by the way.
There we go. I see a PlayStation controller on the floor and some.
Oh, I see somebody.
I think I got the wrong camera.
Wait, no, I don't. I don't see you.
Brock Bowers was selected by the Raiders. What? There we go. There's Wayne. How's it going, man?
What's up, guys? Thanks for your patience.
You may want to turn the volume down. Actually, no. Well, I'm getting like I can hear myself through your what's.
Yeah, I'm hearing that too.
Nick, where'd you go? How you feeling about that Michael Penix Jr. with the eighth overall pick? Going
Total
to
shocker. Was not
Atlanta.
expecting that at all. Totally surprised by it. I knew he was going to go, but I didn't think he was going to go that quickly, especially not not with Atlanta. I thought he might
Oh,
go to
he,
like
There we go. You're back.
Minnesota or Denver.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, it's great. There's no echo anymore. But yeah,
Good.
I thought I was expecting him to go like 21st, 22nd, maybe, but number eight, like
Yeah,
whoa, talk about a stretch. So now, what I was saying to Nick, you know what that means? That means Kirk Cousins has 2 years at best in Atlanta, and they're gonna either trade him or terminate his contract or something. Because I'm pretty sure it's not fully guaranteed.
exactly.
all right,
Yeah,
grabbing food, guys. I'll be right back.
All right,
that definitely puts him on the clock.
yeah, yes, it does.
How much did they guarantee him for anyway, Cousins?
Let's take a
Is he
look.
basically guaranteed for 2 years either way?
I think it, like I said, I think it's I think it is a 2 year deal.
Yeah,
Kirk. Kirk
that guy's
Cousins.
been paid more than so many other quarterbacks. He's done well for himself.
Oh no. Kirk Cousins signed a 4 year deal for $180 million with $100 million guaranteed.
So that's basically a 2 year deal at 50 million a year. Yeah,
So he's receiving $90 million for the 2024, 2025, plus another $10 million in 2026. Yeah, it's basically said they can get rid of him after the second year.
yeah. Still though, I'm surprised they took Penix. That's crazy
It is.
because who they still have left on the board. They still had
They need defense. The
yeah.
Falcons finished like dead last in sacks.
They still
Guys,
had
love
Chop
you.
Robinson.
I have to go eat with the family.
All
Sorry. I'll
good.
be back.
If yeah, take care of your family responsibilities. If you want to jump back on in like 30, 40
I'll be
minutes or
back
an
before
hour,
28.
huh?
I'll be back before 28.
All good. Thanks for joining us, man.
All
We
right,
got a long
man. See
time
ya.
to go.
Peace. Yeah. So, and it's funny because I imagined this was exactly how the live was going to go. Because I have a couple different people who want to chime in at different points. So it would be me as the one consistent with different people popping in and out, which is pretty cool, actually.
Very cool. Yeah, it's a good way to do it. You have different guests, different times.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah, I got a little more light over here.
So, what were you saying?
I was surprised that they would take Penix that early, with all the talent that was left, either on defense or at wide receiver. I can't believe they took Penix, especially when they've got Cousins for at least 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it sounds like, I mean, they're going to have a quarterback controversy in no time there.
100%.
No
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. All it takes is for them to start losing games.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you can call it trying to be prepared for the future, thinking ahead, but
Mm-hmm.
man, that's and he probably had the best arm out of anybody in the draft, but that's still a reach. That one shocked me. Yeah.
Yeah. A top 10 pick. He
I'm
went from
curious
being.
how well that one will over time will play out.
What you sipping on?
I'm drinking a bottle of Redwood Empire,
Oh, okay. Sucking back on
Lost
some of
Mono.
Grandpa's old cough medicine, huh?
Yep.
It's from
You
Dumb
know
and Dumber.
me.
He says, "Give me the booze, you pumpkin pie. Cut it free."
I'm into bourbon, so I got bourbon here, and then I got bourbon. I don't know how well you can see it. The bourbon wall.
Oh wow, this man is a bourbon connoisseur. It's impressive.
Yeah, that was my COVID hobby.
Hey, it's a good hobby to have.
It is, sir. Cheers.
Cheers to you, my friend. So with this next pick, I think is it the Saints on the clock?
Yep. Pick is in.
I think they're going defense. They're going that defensive end that I thought the Falcons were going to take the guy from Alabama.
Robinson.
Is that his name?
Chop Robinson.
The edge rusher.
No, he's from Penn State. I can't remember. I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of that guy.
Me neither. Let's take a look.
I think you're right, though.
Oh, they signed Chase Young to a 1 year deal. So
I
if they
forgot
can,
about that. I totally forgot about that. I'm
I'm
surprised
surprised he
that.
left San Francisco.
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised that Chase got moved around like that. Something must be up there, that something deeper going on. Two teams wouldn't pass on
A
a first
tackle.
round talent
Yeah,
like him,
they took the tackle from Oregon State.
did they?
That's the third tackle that's gone. Actually, fourth. The fourth offensive tackle that's been drafted in this first round.
That's a smart pick, though.
It
Protect
is.
protect Carr. He needs it.
Who's the starting quarterback in Vegas for them to take Brock Bowers instead of getting a QB for the future?
In Vegas, it's what's his name? Um,
Jimmy Grabhamlow?
no, it's not. It's not Jimmy Grabhamlow anymore. It's Minshew Gardner.
Gardner Minshew's gonna be the starter?
Yes,
That guy's with the filthy mustache?
yes.
That guy with the 70 porn star, man? Oh no. That's
Yep,
their
he's a
start?
hands.
No way.
Yep,
No way.
he's a total ladies' man.
Of course, you see those leather coats that he wears to me. those other coats that he wears to the press conferences.
He's got to have some kind of game. He doesn't have any game in the football.
He was balling at one point for Jacksonville, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's
Was
all
it
right. He's
Jacksonville
actually,
or Philadelphia? He was actually okay.
I think Jacksonville. He played pretty well for them.
No way Gardner Minshew was the starter on opening
That,
day.
that's all they had. That and a couple of young quarterbacks. The guy who played, I actually ended up picking him up in our in one of my fantasy leagues because I was so desperate for a quarterback. I had to pick him up. Can't remember his name now. He was a rookie. He's terrible.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, he was the guy. Where did Garoppolo go?
Um,
Did they release him? Did he sign back to San Francisco to be like the backup or something?
no, I can't remember what happened to him.
I'm looking it up right now on Google. See where he went.
Jimmy, grab him low. You're hilarious. That's awesome.
He will be suspended for the first two games of the next season for violating the substance policy.
Is he still with the Raiders then?
Raiders are expected to release him this offseason.
Okay, so they've had enough. All right,
O'Connell was the other guy.
there you go. Aiden O'Connell. Yep,
Yep.
he was terrible. He was total trash.
And the funny things, people were saying that he was supposed to be good.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. He was trash. He's a big kid, but he's not good. Horrible fantasy quarterback. I was desperate. I was starting in a league with. It was a league I did at work. It was a two quarterback league,
Oh,
and
those
I
are
had
always the worst. A two
yeah,
quarterback league, that's when you get a bunch of inflated scores and everybody's putting up
exactly.
250
Yeah,
points a week.
it can be very hit or miss. And I had Dak Prescott, and he had a great year last year.
Hmm.
Once he finally got going, his first three games were terrible, but he fantasy wise, he was rock solid for most of the year. And then I just kind of streamed quarterbacks the rest of the way. Like your other friend on the stream, I don't ever pick an early quarterback. I always wait it out and
Yeah.
try to get that guy in the middle rounds that
Yep.
nobody else wants to pick up.
The only quarterbacks we're taking really high is like Mahomes,
Yep,
maybe Lamar Jackson,
Josh Allen.
and Josh Allen. That's it. Only those three.
Yep,
Oh, and then
totally
maybe
agree.
maybe the guy from Philly. What you call it? Because he runs a lot and scores a lot of running touchdowns. But other than those
Yeah,
four, everybody else you can wait on.
I'm curious to see what Kyler Murray will do next year. I think he'll bounce back and have a big year.
Yeah, I think he should. They got him a true number one wide receiver now in Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yep,
I don't know who the number two wide receiver is going to be or who their tight end is. Pause, but I think he should be all right. And they still got the running back James Conner, right?
yep. And he's played well for him. Yeah, that would be a guy that in fantasy that I would try to wait it out a little bit and hope that other people don't pick him and to try to snag him.
Flacco signed a 1 year deal with the Colts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He played well last year, though.
Yeah, yeah. I was surprised that. Well, I guess with the Colts, he's the insurance policy. If Anthony Richardson gets hurt again, like the first 4 or 5 games, running the football too much.
He was literally sitting on the couch when he got that call. He probably hasn't done a sit up or a push up in 2 or 3 years.
Flacco, yeah, Flacco was
Yeah,
like cutting the grass.
he just looks like one of those guys who just kind of has it, like the arm strength and a little bit
Yeah.
of that, whatever you want to call it, that he can get you a first down and move the chains, kind of guy.
Oh man, Flacco.
It's
I think
crazy that the other quarterback, can't remember his name, with the massive guaranteed contract, and then the Browns end up.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson, and then Flacco ends up taking him to the.
Yeah, yeah. That's why
That's crazy.
next year is a make or break year for Deshaun Watson. Even though they're still stuck
Absolutely.
with that contract, but unless
Yeah.
he has like a monster year after that contract's up, I don't think anybody's really going to sign him, or he'll be a backup from there on out.
Isn't that insane? Going from the largest contract ever
Yeah,
guaranteed to a potential backup. That's
yeah, yeah.
nuts.
And he's got at least 3 more years on it. After, like next season, and then 2 more after that. So we'll see what happens. But
Exactly. Yeah. I'm rooting for him. I
yeah,
hope
I
he
want
proves
him to do
everybody
well. He
wrong.
was the man at Clemson, and he did well with the Texans. Guess it was too
Yep.
many, too many rubbing tugs just to really got it out of him.
Ah, forgot about that.
Yeah, those,
You
those
got to go to
rubbing tugs
Lower
were
Manhattan
vicious.
for the rub and tug.
Took all of his strength. Here's the pick. Here's the pick. Wow. I don't even. I don't think anybody even had this guy lie to a defensive end from UCLA. I thought he was going to be a much later pick as well. The guy that I was expecting everybody to take, the edge rusher from Alabama, is still
Yeah,
available.
that does surprise me. My TV's about 30 seconds behind yours,
Oh, where?
where I'm streaming, and there's a little bit of a delay, so still haven't seen the pick yet.
You still haven't.
No, not yet.
Uh, he was the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, that's got to stand for something.
I think I know who that is.
McCarthy went to the Vikings. Wow. And Bo Nix to the Broncos. I got that one right. Brock
I think,
Bowers
yeah.
going to
What
the
do you think of
Raiders.
McCarthy? Do you think McCarthy's for real?
McCarthy is walking into a situation that is already built and set up for him. It's going to be interesting to see if he really has the arm to deliver because they've got the star wide receiver in Justin Jefferson. They got another wideout that's pretty good. So
Yeah.
he's going to have to deliver the ball on time, and that offense isn't set up for him to be trying to run a lot.
He arguably has the best situation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. He's walking into a ready-made situation. He's going to be a day one starter.
Yeah. Coach, wide receiver, defense.
And like Kirk Cousins put up such good numbers in that offense, it's going to be very. He's gonna stand out in a bad way if he's not good. Basically, if he's not at least serviceable, because it's gonna be like, hey, everything was just clicking just fine. We had this other guy who's the
Right.
definition of mediocrity, who was slightly above mediocre. So now if we start losing or if the offense isn't on time, it's clear. But then again, he's a rookie, so hopefully they'll give him some grace.
This kid that they just picked from UCLA, to your point earlier, I am surprised that he went that soon. He
Yeah,
wasn't expected to go that early.
yeah, he was like a 26, 27. So I was expecting like a late round guy.
Yeah.
But apparently the
There
Colts know something everybody else doesn't.
there was a special last night on ESPN or ESPN2 on him and Chop Robinson, the other edge rusher from Penn State, and they were
Hmm.
talking about both those guys. And even in that show, they were talking about the other dude, Chop Robinson, probably going before him. So I'm surprised to see. Is he the first edge rusher to go?
I think so. Yeah,
That is a little surprising.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. 4 offensive tackles have been drafted so far.
I'm not too surprised by that. It was a great tackle draft,
Hmm.
or very good.
Dallas Turner from Alabama. That's the guy I was surprised nobody's picked yet. The edge rusher.
Yeah, he's got game. Yeah. Was that
Then
a
the
picture of that bar that we went to that you posted on Facebook the other day? Was that the captain?
yeah, yeah, those captain, same one.
I recognize that right away. That's the captain.
Yeah, we definitely had a good time.
Had a great time. I really enjoyed that 40 block walk back to the hotel.
Yo,
You played that really well. Like, yeah, just follow me.
oh, we were so drunk. It was ridiculous.
It was a great little walk.
Oh man,
That's crazy. I'm surprised that he went that early. Look how happy he is.
of course. He was like, man, I thought I was going to have to be here for like 2 more hours.
Good point.
he's
Good
he's like,
point.
hey, man, let's
Yeah.
go hit the bar. Drake's on me.
I might go in the second. I don't know.
Yeah, so Dallas Turner's still available, edge rusher. Quinion Mitchell, cornerback from Toledo, who's supposed to be the number one corner in the draft. He's still
Yeah.
available. Terrion Arnold, cornerback from Alabama, still available.
Yeah. A lot of people like him.
Byron Murphy the second, defensive tackle, still available. Troy Fontanu is an offensive guard for Washington.
Yeah.
And yeah, Brian Thomas Jr., wide receiver for LSU, but he's like the 12th. He's down the list some. Kool
I'm
Aid
curious.
McKinstry. Kool Aid McKinley. What a
Yeah.
name. That's almost like that skit with Key and Peele with the college guys with the names that are ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo.
That's an awesome skit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm curious to see if there'll be another run on wide receivers here in a little bit because there's still quite a few left.
Yeah.
I hope I hope that not too many go because I'm selfishly hoping that the Chiefs will have something there at 32, but I doubt it. That's a lot to go. I'm thinking that they'll probably try to trade out of the first round if
Think
anybody
so?
will if anybody will work with them. Nobody wants to work with them because they're the champs, so there's not a lot of motivation to help them out. I feel like the Chiefs have been stuck with some of their draft picks. Like last year, we
Mm-hmm.
had the same pick, and we picked Felix. I can't pronounce his last name. The
Unger?
no, he's the edge rusher from K State, um, and he didn't even start a game for us. Doesn't mean that he won't be, decent, but and we drafted Clyde Edwards-Helaire
Oh,
for
he's worked out for you guys.
not as a first rounder though.
Oh well, yeah, yeah.
For a first round running back, you're expecting like legitimate production, and he hasn't produced like a traditional first rounder would.
But that's just it. I mean, those late
That means
round
we
picks, the last three picks in the first round could damn near be
yeah,
second or third rounders, you know?
right, yeah, they're really second rounders probably, but somebody's got to go.
Yeah, exactly. Lamar Jackson is probably the most quality late first round pick that's been picked in like the last 5 or 6 years. And I think
Absolutely,
wasn't he the last pick in the first round? Like
I
in
think so. Yeah,
2018, 2019?
that feels like forever ago, but yeah,
Yeah. I think Seattle's on the clock. I think Seattle will go off. Well, actually, they'll probably go defense.
yeah, I think we'll see a run on some defense here a little bit, maybe some defensive tackles or a cornerback.
Yeah, I think they'll probably go corner. I say they take the corner from Alabama.
Okay. You say Alabama. I say they take the corner from
Toledo?
Toledo. Is that the other one?
All right.
All right. You got Alabama. I got Toledo. Big money.
I'll bet you a shot. So whoever loses has to take a swig of whatever they're drinking.
Deal.
I need to refill my cup.
I'm drinking lighter
What's
fluid.
lighter fluid? All right, I made it back before the pick is in.
You did well. When did the Bucks pick anyway?
26.
Okay, so you're not too far off from where we are. Okay.
Well, we had given the fact that we had that surprise win in the playoffs versus the Eagles, and then we got to hand it to us versus Detroit. The pick
Yeah,
is
but
in.
you guys finished strong there at the season. Other than that, obviously that last game just to get in the playoffs was impressive.
Yeah, that playoff win was probably what sealed, what secured Baker Mayfield's $100 million contract.
Absolutely. Yeah. Good for him though, man. That's he's taken a lot of criticism here in
Yeah.
that one.
Yes, he has.
Even
Because
Colin Cowherd talks
uh,
positively about him now.
yeah, I know your boy Colin Coward. He's hilarious. He has some really good takes on things.
He's eating some crow on the on that one now.
Shannon Sharp is too, because Shannon Sharp used to talk wild shit about Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield. What he used to say to Skip Bayless.
Yep, he loved to talk some trash about that.
Byron Murphy the second, Texas
So
defensive tackle.
we weren't even close.
And we were both wrong. So it looks like we both had the drink.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What you drinking on?
Heineken.
There you go.
I've got work in the morning.
So do I, sir. So do I.
I've got enough paid days off where if I wanted to take the day off, I easily could, but I'd like to save them for like the summertime, you know?
Agreed. Yeah, I caught the Rona there that one trip to New York, so that blew 5 or 6 days of my PTO.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it sucks. How was it? Was it terrible?
It it wasn't as bad as like the first time I got it. That was the second time I'd gotten it, but it still was a very bad cold. It's like having the flu,
Hmm.
and it sticks with you a little bit longer than you might like than a traditional cold. Usually lasts like 3 days,
Yep.
maybe four.
I caught the coronavirus at least 4 times. Yeah.
Yep.
The first time was the worst time.
Right.
I caught it before it even had a name. Like right before, what you call it? Right before the whole lockdown and all that happened. Because I was coughing all crazy. I was waking up in the middle of the night for like 3 nights straight, coughing like terrible. And I'm like, man, am I going to have to go to the hospital for this? And then like after about maybe 10 days, I finally beat it and it went away. And
I'm con-
then like 3 weeks
yeah.
later, the whole coronavirus, all that stuff gets
Yeah.
going.
I'm convinced that the same thing happened to me, that I got sick in it was in February, and the shit really didn't start to hit the fan until like March is what I remember
Yep. People
of that
people
year.
started taking it serious in like February, but then
Yeah,
it was like lockdown happened in that first week of March.
because we were gonna have a St. Patrick's Day party, and we had to cancel that shit.
St. Patrick's Day party is March 17th, right?
Yeah, and we were really thinking about doing it. Like we were on the border there for a little bit, and I had gotten sick like 3 weeks before that, so end of February, and I was dog shit sick. It was
Yeah.
fucking sick as hell. So I think I got that Rona before the Rona
Yeah, yeah.
also.
I caught the Rona before that name.
Who do you think the Vikings are going to take now?
Oh wow, did they trade that pick?
I guess so.
I think the Jaguars traded the pick with him.
Yeah, Vikings traded with Jacksonville. They're making some moves. That's two trades for them, didn't they?
Uh, the Vikings they didn't trade up to get McCarthy.
I thought they did. I thought they traded up like one spot. No, okay.
So to trade back into the first round, they pretty sure they gave up next year's first to Jacksonville. Yeah,
You think they're going after Bowers? But they still have Hawkinson, so that wouldn't make sense.
Bowers already been picked by the Raiders.
Oh, my bad. I missed that. There's your guy,
Yep.
DT.
The Bengals are on the clock. I think the Bagel. Well, who are there any good wide receivers? Well, who's still left for the
Dallas Turner.
first? With,
He could end up being the steal of the draft there, kind of like Jalen Carter last year,
yeah,
sliding.
because they were expecting him to go top 10.
Exactly. Yeah.
So for him to still be available at pick 17, yeah, that's the real shakeup. Like I said, was Penix Jr. I was thinking he might go around this pick or later, but for him to go as early as he did, that just changed everything.
Yeah. That definitely probably fucked up some people's boards.
SEC Defensive Player of the Year. That's saying a lot.
Do you think anybody's going to pick Bo Callahan?
Bo Callahan. Let's say what teams he with.
That's the fictional quarterback from the movie Draft Day.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't think I saw the scouting report on Bo Callahan.
I thought you'd appreciate that one. If he can't play football, nobody can. What are the Bucks looking for anyway? What do you think they're going to draft?
We need defense. I said
Yeah,
we need a
that's
cornerback.
exactly right. We need defense.
We need a corner because our passing defense is terrible. We give up way too many yards every single game. And then we lost. We need a linebacker too because we lost Devin Bush to the fucking Eagles. Fucking asshole. They were offering him all kinds of money to stay in Tampa, but he just like I guess maybe it was just I don't know, maybe it was the coach or something, but he just wanted to leave and go somewhere else. And he signs like I think he signed a 1 year deal with the Eagles.
Yeah, that's an interesting move.
Yeah, it's like he just
Eagles
wanted out of Tampa.
Eagles lost some players, but they made quite a few moves to
The Eagles
gain
signed a
some
lot
back.
of people this offseason.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, get the what? Hold up, I'm thinking it can't be that can't be what you call it. Eagles linebackers. Yeah, Devin White, not Devin Bush. Devin White.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I would call it.
Yeah, that one hurt losing him.
Yeah,
We took Mike Edwards from you guys a couple years ago, but now he moved on to somebody else too. I think the
yeah.
Saints or something.
Devin White signed a 1 year, $4 million contract with the Eagles, including 3.5 million guaranteed. And
Yeah, he
the
must have wanted to leave then.
yeah, because that's not a big blockbuster contract, and he wanted a
Exactly.
big time deal with the Bucks. The Bucks, I think the Bucks were offering like 16, $17 million a year, but he wanted like 19, 20, 21, 22, something like that. But they were offering up to like 16.5 million a season. So to
He
to
probably
leave
would have
that and
make.
accept
Yeah,
a
he probably
1 year, $4 million deal, huh? You know?
that is. Yeah, that's surprising. He probably would have made more with Tampa, especially with no sales tax.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But for some reason, I mean, like I said, maybe a couple of years from now it'll come out that he didn't like the coach or something like that. But to accept such a small deal, and the crazy thing is we beat them in the playoffs too. So it's not like you know, it's not like you're going somewhere that where you're guaranteed to be winning.
I forgot about that. You guys did. Yeah, fair and
We
square.
thumped them in the playoffs.
Yeah. What do you think of this? I'm watching the trailer for the movie Fall Guy. What do you think of that?
Oh, it looks hilarious. I'm definitely gonna see it. I used to love the actual '80s show that starred, I think, Lee Majors.
Yeah,
I just like that show a lot.
you remember that shit? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it even had like a there was a theme song that I kind of remember. Something that used to be a pretty good theme song. They used to like when I was a
Yep.
kid.
Yep. I can't remember what it is, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Hmm. Have you seen that movie Civil War?
I haven't, but I heard good things. I heard it was good. Did you
Yeah,
watch it?
yeah. It's pretty cool. It's got some stuff in it. I thought it was going to be a little bit more action packed than it was, but it's got some things in it that will definitely make you question some stuff and make you think about what could possibly happen in this society of ours. I don't
My
want to spoil
supervisor,
anything.
my
Huh?
supervisor at work watched it, and he said that there's not a lot of backstory or context given. You just go right into the movie. Apparently,
Yeah.
like you just right into the shit.
Yeah. The
And
conflict, yeah, as soon as the movie starts, the conflict is going.
yeah,
The country's divided. And like you said, they don't spend a lot of time explaining, getting to the nitty gritty of why the country's divided. It's just, the country's divided right off the top.
exactly. And I guess the director wanted it that way, or how the story was written. It was
Hmm.
designed to be that way. Like you got to figure it out for yourself.
Exactly. But that also lets your imagination go because it's like, oh, well, with all these different things going on right now in the world,
Yeah,
I wonder what was the thing that pushed everything over the edge.
exactly. What's your you got any theories on that? Like what would have pushed it over the edge to get to that point?
I have a project called Sons of Liberty that I originally wrote back in 2017,
Okay.
back when Trump was president. And I kind of used that as that was kind of like the tipping point where I got the idea. But in my particular story, the Second American Civil War got going over the right to bear arms because there were so many mass shootings that had happened in the country that the president and Congress got together and decided that the general public no longer needed the right to bear arms. So they repealed the Second Amendment, and now they were sending the military around in little fire teams to each state to completely disarm everybody with a registered gun. And it's known where it's basically they let everyone know that if you're caught with a firearm after this certain date, you get 25 to life in prison. So
Damn.
everybody needs to turn in their guns. This is how serious they're getting about it. So
Got it. Okay.
the militias in Texas and Alabama and Oklahoma, they all band together, and the governor of Texas is actually with them. The governor of Oklahoma he's like, no, we don't believe this is constitutional. We believe this is right. So they decide to all come together and click up and decide that it's time to go to war and fight for their right to bear arms, and that the government needs to be thrown over. So that's how the Civil War gets going in my particular thing. So, and I feel like that's something that could happen if we ever got serious about trying to stop mass shootings and all that.
It's an interesting idea. Yeah. It's definitely a hot button issue for the country. It's something people are so emotional about that shit. They, it gets people fired up. Um, and not in a very positive way,
Of course
probably.
not.
And it's not at all healthy. There are other countries that have given us examples of other ways that we could potentially do it, and we're definitely a gun obsessed country in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could be done, but it would take a solid 20 to 30 years for it to
Yeah,
really
yeah,
catch because you need a certain generation of people to all die
yep,
out. The people who've been
yep,
used to having guns, and then you need
agreed.
the new generation of people that it's the only thing they've known. Almost like what
Yep,
Thanos said in that one quote where he says, "I'm grateful because you've shown me that as long as there are people who remember what was, they won't appreciate what currently is. Because there's people that's
Yep.
holding on to the past remembers that. So now I gotta eliminate and get rid of those people, and that's basically what that would be. The people who remember what it was like to be able to go buy guns and keep guns and have firearms and all that, you have to wait for that whole generation of people to die. So that's why I say it would
Yep.
take a solid like 30 years for it to 30, 40 years for it to really take hold. But it could be done. It really could be done.
Yeah. It won't be our generation. It'll be like our kids' generation or the generation after that that
Yep,
finally makes that
exactly.
move and finally gets enough people in Congress to put it into
Yes,
law.
yep, yeah,
That's the catch is the political part is where we always get hung up. But if enough people finally influence it, we could get to that point.
yep. Oh, the Rams are on the clock, so that means a pick must have happened. Who did the Bengals take? The Bungles.
I guess we were talking, we missed it.
Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't be surprised if they drafted a quarterback. But are all the big name quarterbacks gone?
Who, the Rams?
Yeah, because think about it. Stafford is becoming an overpriced old man at this point. You got one, maybe 2 seasons left with him. If
Who
there's
else is
a
left at quarterback?
what's that quarterback? Pratt from
Oh
Tulane?
yeah. Yeah, that kid's got some game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where'd
That
he
could be
play?
it.
Tulane or something like that?
Yeah, I think Tulane. Matt Pratt at Tulane.
Yeah. He had like a an ESPN thing on him the other night too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Bengals took tackle
Oh, okay.
Mims. That's a lot of tackles taken.
Yeah. Guess people serious about their old lines. Michael Pratt. Michael Pratt.
Yeah, Michael Pratt. There you go. You working on any projects?
I've got a test shoot we're going to be doing, if not next month, maybe in June, for the Patron Exile, which is a sci-fi action bounty hunter epic that I wrote maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Cool.
Fortunately, my boy Edgar, he read it and he absolutely loves it. So he got the wheels in motion. He's been taking a visual effects class so he can know how to do the CGI because it's gonna be a lot of green screen. And
Okay.
he's been taking the class for like the last 6 months, learning how to do the CGI. So it saves us from having to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on CGI stuff. And I mean, like Edgar's really been putting the hours in and getting ready for that. So I'm very fortunate. But
That's cool.
we're doing a test shoot for that because of how detailed it's going to be. And with the test shoot, after we edit that footage together, we'll know what we need to do for the real shoot when we do that one. Also, I have another script that I've been writing, and my boy Rich, who lives in Singapore, he came to me with a business idea, and I actually have a second follow up phone call on that one because they wanted to do something entertainment related with basically Singapore is trying to become a hub for film, and he
Okay.
knows somebody connected with the government, and his wife knows a bunch of people connected with, as far as certain suppliers and vendors. So I'm somebody that he's known since college, and he specifically brought it to me and said, "Hey, I'd like to have you involved with this." So we sat and spoke on the phone for like 2 hours on the FaceTime 2 weeks ago. We're doing a follow up phone call this Saturday to talk about it, to go over some potential scenarios and see what's what. You know?
Very cool. Speaking of sci-fi, you watch Three Body Problem?
Oh, you kidding me? That show is excellent. I loved it. It was so good. I'm gonna rewatch it a second time.
It was surprisingly good.
I was
Yeah.
confused a little bit the first episode, but I watched the first episode 3 times before I watched the second one because I felt like I needed to really grasp what's going on. So when I finally got it, I'm like, oh, okay, I think I know where we're at. And it made the second, third, and fourth that much better, that much more satisfying. That I understood what was going on, what was the concept. Because maybe like the first 2 times I was kind of watching it, I'm on my phone, I'm bullshitting, I'm posting stuff on Facebook, I'm looking at stuff on, I'm laughing at shit, and then I'm like, then like the episode went off like twice on me, and I'm like, what the hell? I need to run it back. I need to know what's going on. So
That was crazy. The episode where they basically cut that ship in half, and you just see the ship just fucking fold
yeah,
on onto
yeah,
land. That's crazy.
yeah. Those microfibers or whatever.
Yeah, and
That was
people
like
just like folding in half.
that was phenomenal. I guess that just goes to show, don't be a fanatic. Because all those people were like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
those people were like religious fanatics. Oh, the pick is in for the Rams. Florida State.
Who'd they take? Keon.
Jared Verse. I think that's a pretty good
Oh,
pick.
that's another edge rusher, right?
Yep.
Yep.
You're playing in division with Kyler Murray and what's his name?
Yeah. That's a solid pick.
Yeah, you're like a solid minute behind me. Pause.
Yeah, you can hear
Yeah.
that. I've got that black market streaming that I'm working off of.
Which one?
It's only it's only $15 a month though, man. It is awesome.
Hey, it gets the job done.
And I get everything. I get all the NFL games, anything, any sport, any pay-per-view, all that,
What's it called?
all the Fire Stick Steve.
Oh, fire. Oh, pause. Fire Stick Steve.
Yeah.
I think my brother has he has the jailbroke Fire Stick. Pause. Pause.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that shit.
Yeah, $15 a month. That's you can't beat
You
that
can't
with a
beat that.
stick.
You can't beat that, man. I get every Chiefs game I ever want. Like even that one that was on Peacock, I got
Yeah.
that shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does it get all the streamers?
All the what again?
Does it get all the different streaming services?
Um, it pulls from them. I think is what happens. So I get all the major movie channels, the HBOs, the Cinemax, Stars, all that. I get all the network stations, all your TNT, AMC, blah blah blah, all that stuff. History Channel, but it's much more expanded than that. You can get channels in different countries. You can get um, there's just a channel for NFL. There's a channel for just for movies that are just constantly running movies for individual actors, like Denzel Washington movies
Mm-hmm.
on just on repeat on loop, or movies for Tom Cruise or movies for Tom Hanks, and you can select that, or you can select any of the sports networks. I mean, all the sports networks, any of that shit. Even stuff that you normally wouldn't um, think of to pull. Like if you like watching car shows, there's that automotive stuff. There's outdoor stuff. There's the traditional ESPNs and all that. There's Masson. There's the your New York channel, whatever that one's called,
Oh yeah, like
that the Yankees are on.
yeah, the Yes Network.
There you go. Yeah, all that stuff. But most importantly, it's got all the NFL packages. So it's got the Red Zone and it's got the NFL Network. Um,
Yeah, that's a like I said, $15 a month. That's there's nobody does it better.
it's if you don't mind that lag, you're solid.
Yeah, it is. And think about it, the only time you wouldn't even know that you had the lag unless you're experiencing someone else's feed, you know. So that's like
Basically,
unless
yeah.
you're on the phone with somebody else, if you're just watching it normal, but yourself, like if you're on Facebook and you see other people responding to shit, they're responding to the third and one before you're getting it. Then you know, okay, then you're aware of your lag. But if you're not, you wouldn't even know
Right.
it.
When I'm on the phone with my brother and we're texting each other the like play by play in the Chiefs game, he will buffer like his next message by 30 seconds, like knowing that I haven't seen that play yet. He'll
Yeah.
say something like, "Wait a second, you're gonna like this one. You'll get a kick out of this," or "Bad play coming." Too. But we're so lucky as Chiefs fans. We weren't even supposed to make it to the fucking Super Bowl. We were supposed to get beat so many times along the way. I don't know how they got to that. They got hot at the right time. They got a little lucky, whatever you want to call it.
Hmm.
I mean, they know how to close out games, or at least Mahomes does. That's his strength, is he knows how to finish,
Yeah.
probably better than anybody. And our defense was way better than people realized.
Yeah. Yeah. As that one as that one announcer said, you think Mahomes can ride the D? He stopped and looked at him. He says, pause.
That'll never get old. That'll
Yeah.
never get old.
I see who's
Curious
the
to
next
see
pick.
what they'll pick at 32.
What do you want him to pick?
If the talent is there, I would either want them to take a wide receiver or a tackle. Either one would be great.
Hmm.
It just depends on what's left. Like I don't want them to reach again if they don't
How's
feel like the talent.
Mahomes' How's Mahomes' protection last season?
The offensive line, our tackles are the problem, and that's why I said, if we can find a tackle that we really like, try to take one. But usually they're gone by the time, like the top guys that are starters from the get go are
Hmm.
usually just in that first 15 to 20 picks. Now they have moved up before, like they moved up a couple years ago to get Trent McDuffie at 21. They
Hmm.
went from like 31 or 32 up 10 spots to 21. So they have done that before. It would have to be the right player, but we don't have as much draft capital this year as we did that year probably. I think
Yeah.
we have 7 total picks, but we do have a pick in almost every round. So we're fairly even. If we wanted to make that move, we probably could, but we'd have to give up quite a bit to move 10 spots.
And it's like, is it really necessary? If you're winning
Right,
back to back Super Bowls, you don't really have to.
right. It's still a very solid draft. There's still a lot of talent on day 2 and day 3.
Hmm.
Half the league is undrafted. A lot of people don't even realize that.
Yeah. Most of the players.
Yeah, most of your special teams guys, your depth players, not even drafted.
Hmm. Not having that guarantee gives guys that chip on their shoulder and makes them play harder.
Absolutely. Yep. I think the Steelers are going to take a cornerback.
Yeah. Wow. I'll let you be surprised with it. It's coming.
I haven't got it yet.
It's related to the conversation we were just having about the Chiefs.
Got you. Okay. That was probably one of the last best tackles
Yeah.
left.
Washington's having a hell of a draft. They had three guys in the first round taken.
That guy's crying his eyes out right now.
Like
Good for him. Good for him.
I said, it looks like teams are taking protection very serious for those quarterbacks, these high priced quarterbacks. What do you think? Yeah, they want to keep Russell Wilson upright.
It's a
Him or
smart
Justin
move.
Fields, whoever's
Yeah.
going to be the starter overall. How much of a leash do you think Russell Wilson's going to have in Pittsburgh? Say they start the
Oh,
season now 0-2. Are they
good
are they are they
question.
calling for his? Are they calling for Fields to start Game 3?
I don't think he's going to have much leash. If he plays, it depends on how he plays. Like he started to play better last year,
Mm-hmm.
and he actually had a, a decent, solid year in terms of what you would think a quarterback would do, but not what he had done in the past. He'll never be that guy at Seattle again, probably, but I think that leash is probably pretty short. I would say if they go 0-2, maybe if it's 0-3, they definitely make the move. I can't see him sliding too far because they're competitive every year, whether we want to admit it or not. They fucking find a way to win games, mostly because of their defense, probably. But Justin Fields can play. Even if he just has to make plays, you know, by moving the chains, running the ball, whatever he needs to do, the talent is there.
Who's on the clock now?
Dolphins.
Dolphins go cornerback because they let what's his name go, Xavier Howard, right?
Yeah, that would make sense. But there are a lot of wide. Well, they don't really need wide receiver. They're loaded at wide receiver, so that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're right.
they
I
don't need
think
a wide at all.
cornerback makes sense for them. This would actually be a good spot right now for the Chiefs to move up into, to trade into that spot right there
Yep.
and try to take somebody at 21 if the Dolphins would make that move. It's like, hey, remember all those picks you gave us for Tyreek? We're going to give you some back.
Now Tyreek's worked out though. He's been a that was a hit. It was a good
It
pick.
was totally hit. It was a hit for both teams. It was
Yeah.
a completely fair trade. We
You
got a
guys got
haul.
Hollywood Brown now, who's going to be a number wide receiver number one, right?
Yep, yep, yeah. Well, as long as he can stay healthy, he'll be fine.
He was good with
He'll
Lamar Jackson.
exactly. Yeah, he was good. Hopefully, we can make him great. I'm curious to see how many games Rice will get suspended. That was a punch in the dick.
Oh yeah, he's I think he gets suspended at least 8 games.
I don't know if you've seen the video on that. Um, he tried to be smooth, like you see him actually get out of that
He
Lambo
just
from
crashed
the,
the Lambo, dude. There's nothing smooth about that.
but he got out of the Lambo from the back seat, not the front
Oh,
seat where he was driving.
yeah.
He got out from the back seat on the passenger side, so he must have crawled his ass through that
Yeah.
Lambo to make it look like he
Yeah.
wasn't driving it, but he was driving that shit. I think it was 116 miles an hour or something like that.
Yeah. He's lucky to be alive.
Probably, yeah. That's nothing for that Lambo.
Could have been like, what's the deal? You know the deal. Ruggs for the Raiders.
Yeah, yeah. Henry Ruggs. Yeah,
Whole career is over with.
yeah. He was doing some crazy speeds, like
Wasn't he a
140.
rookie too?
Yeah, yeah,
First year in the league. Stupid.
yeah. He had that real fast 40 time, I think.
Yep.
The Raiders always take speed, and it never works out.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Raiders. I can't believe they took Bowers. I didn't. I took turned the TV off for just a second to come out here. and I missed
Yeah.
that pick. Fucking Raiders. I can't stand the Raiders.
So they picked the stud tight end, but who's throwing on the ball?
Exactly. Yeah. It's almost a waste of a pick for them. We'll see. Maybe the Chiefs will trade for him in like 4 years.
Or like, what's that other tight end that they traded to the Giants? The one who just got him and his wife just filed for divorce after being
Yep,
Waller,
Waller.
after
Yeah,
being
Darren
married for like a
Waller.
year. They got
Yep,
married last March 2023. Here we
yep.
are in April 2024. They're already filing for divorce. They
Already calling it quits.
threw in the towel. They requested a do over.
Exactly. Dolphins.
Time for me to fill up on another beer. Be right back, sir.
All right, buddy.
I think the pick is in.
Yep, there he
Oh, it's your
goes.
boy.
That's the kid from Penn State. Yeah, he's a fast dude. 4.48 40. That's crazy fast for a big guy like him.
It is. Looks like we got somebody else who's gonna be looking to join us in like 15 minutes.
Nice. Who was the other guy on earlier?
Nick, you know Pineapple Express?
Higby?
Yeah, that was him.
He's a cool dude.
He was saying how he enjoyed the MindBender League the absolute most out of all the leagues he played in. I said we just need more people to take it serious and just to be all the way locked in with it. Did you see when I showed him the trophy?
I did not. That's awesome. That's impressive. That is super cool. I think my name's on there twice.
Is it?
I can't see the print or anything like that. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's too small. But I take your word for it. I take your word for it. That is awesome, though. I'm impressed.
Yeah, yeah. Ideally, I want to send the trophy around. Whoever wins it, I mail it off to
Right.
that person, and then they mail it to whoever. That way it goes around to everybody each year. But
Of
I need
course.
everybody's got to be committed.
You think we'll try to pick it back up, or it just depends?
Yeah, we'll pick it back up next year. We'll
We
probably have
might
a
have to get
a, a whole new cast of characters, which means
exactly. I was going to say we might have to recruit some people that are just more into it.
yeah, yeah, 100%. That's pretty much what's gonna have to happen. So we might get a bunch of people who are just dead ringers and super duper focused, and people who are on the waiver wire at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. But I'd rather that than people who aren't into it.
Set their alarm.
Yeah, that actually happened a couple of times where there was like a move or two I put in for the waiver wire, and somebody else like bumped me because they had more losses or something. Happened to me like twice, and I was like, fuck. I thought there was no way anybody would actually make this move before 7:41. As long as nobody
Somebody
else
got
claims
you.
them within the next two
Somebody
days
got
before like
you.
seven something in the morning. And sure enough, somebody did twice.
In the other league that I play in at work, it's a what do you call it? A fab league, where you got
Hmm.
the budget, $100
Oh,
for
well, you have to pay money for like to
yeah,
keep.
yes sir, yes sir.
Wow.
So you get $100 budget for the year, and I spent half of it on what's his name, Achan from Miami, and that fucker balled out like that first game or two, like insane balled out, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He
freaking
was
five.
having crazy touchdowns and yards.
Oh my god! And then
Why
he
did it
got
cost
hurt.
so much?
That sucked.
I said, why did
And
it
I
cost so
still,
much? Why did he have so much of your budget?
um, that's the way it works in those fab leagues. Like it's you bid as high as you want,
Oh, it's a
and
bid.
yeah. So instead of like a waiver wire, well, they have the waiver wire technically. If like for players that you don't bid anything on, and you just want to pick somebody up from the waiver wire, but the players that have more demand for them that are on the waiver wire, you got to bid for them,
Wow.
and you don't know what the other person is going to bid. So let's say somebody else bids
Oh.
$25 and you bid 26, you beat them by $1, and you
It does.
find
It
out
doesn't tell you what the other person's bidding.
no,
It just says everybody has to put their bid in about a certain time.
exactly. You then you find out the next day like how much you lost out by, uh,
Wow.
like I would lose out on a defense. Like I would try to pick up a defense for $2 or $3 or something like that, and I find out the next day that I lost out because somebody bid like $5 for a defense,
Hmm.
which is fine. That's normal. Defenses are easy to pick up, but somebody like Achan, and I was this close to picking him up 1 week before on the waiver wire, where I could have got him for free for
Wow.
nothing, and
Wow.
then a week later when he exploded, I paid $50 for that motherfucker. But he did go off a couple of games, and
Yeah, yeah.
in
50
the
bucks
end,
for one guy is a lot.
it's yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. I probably overbid, but I think the next bid was like $45. So I had to
Oh,
at
it
least
was relative. Yeah, you had to.
yeah, I had to go strong. I had to go strong on that one.
You had to pony up.
Yep, exactly. But that was the only big move that I made that year for the season. I didn't make any big moves after that because a lot of the players at that point, most of them had already been picked up.
Hmm.
You were
Speaking of
just
a team that has not made any big moves in the offseason, what do you think about Dallas's offseason? They've done nothing.
ooh, Stephen A is railing on the fucking Cowboys. Like
Yeah.
every day, I pick up the phone and I see something about Stephen A fucking up Jerry Jones. I think it's hilarious. I am surprised that they have sat still as much as they have. I can't tell if they're being patient or if they just can't seal the deal and players aren't
Yeah, I
picking
know.
them.
Because it's like they let Tony Pollard sign with the Tennessee. They haven't. Well, they're kind of in a spot with Dak Prescott with his contract, with him being his final year.
Right.
Then
I think they'll end up working something out with them.
they need to give what's his name, their star wide receiver. What's his name?
What, CD
CD
Lamb? Yeah.
CD Lamb. Yeah, I think he's in his final year, his 5th year extension, the fifth
Yep.
year team option they took on him. So they got to resign him.
He's
Trayvon
legit.
Diggs. I think he's locked up for another couple of years, isn't he?
Parsons?
Oh yeah, yeah, Parsons is the one that's coming up. That's the big one.
Yeah, that's the one coming up. He can have whatever he wants. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You can pay him like a quarterback if you want. But I am surprised the Cowboys have sat still this much. I think it's going to bite them in the ass. I don't think they're going to have enough firepower to be able to hang in the NFC. I mean, the Eagles have made a lot of moves. You guys are probably improving.
Oh wow! So the Eagles took the cornerback from Toledo.
Got it.
But well, did they really need to? Because well, what was that cornerback that they lost that went to Detroit for a year and then just came back to re-sign with the Eagles? Now they draft
Yeah,
a cornerback in the first round. I guess they're just stocking up. Well, at the end of the day, I guess they know it's a passing league, so the only way to
they
stop
must
the
have.
league, yeah, you
They
need
must have really
defense.
liked him. Yeah,
Yeah.
to take a cornerback at that point,
Mm-hmm.
because there were other. Well, they just signed Brown to that big deal. Did you see how much guaranteed money they gave him, man? Oh
How
my
much?
god, it was like a 90, something like a $93 million deal with 86 million guaranteed.
What?
I mean, it's almost a fully guaranteed contract. It
Yeah.
was insane.
Hold on. Let's see. I'm on. Let's see what his
Look on
contract
your
is.
phone. I might be off on the numbers there a little bit, but it was a shitload of guaranteed money. And I like him. I think AJ's underrated wide receiver actually. And they did that just today.
Yeah. Let's see. St. Brown's contract, 4 year, $120 million. That includes most guaranteed money for receiver and NFL. It's $77 million guaranteed. So it's
What
$120
about
million
AJ?
overall. 77 is
Didn't
guaranteed.
didn't the Eagles sign AJ Brown to an
Yeah, AJ.
extension?
I think AJ Brown's on his way out the door in Philly.
Maybe I got
That's,
the wrong Brown then.
now I'm on St. Brown for Detroit. He's the one who got $120 million contract.
What can Brown do for you?
What is Oh yeah, AJ Brown.
I swear to God, I saw something on my phone.
Oh, okay, you're right. Brown, AJ Brown got the 3 year, $96 million extension. Highest paid receiver in the league. Yeah. Thursday
With
ahead of
how
the
much
draft.
guaranteed?
Just 3 years ago. Just 3 hours ago that was reported.
How much was it guaranteed?
Wow. I haven't yeah, I hadn't even heard of that yet.
3 years, 96. I think it was like 80 something
80,
guaranteed.
84 million guaranteed
That's
out of
almost a fully
out of a
guaranteed
90
contract, dude.
out of a $96 million deal.
That's insane. I'm
Yeah.
surprised by that.
Well, they locked up their talent then.
Yeah, they did that right before the draft. They probably did that on purpose.
That's wow. I thought they was getting ready to trade him away because he had unfollowed the team and there was all this like funny stuff at the end of the season last year where I think
Right,
when he got hurt and he didn't play in the playoff game versus the Bucks and he was upset about that. I thought they just like kind of deactivated him. So for them
right.
to sign him to the extension, didn't see that coming at all. Jaguars on the clock. Jaguars re-signed linebacker Josh Allen to a 5 year, $141 million deal.
Right. Yeah. I like him. He's good and he's young.
What would you do with a $141 million deal, sir?
Oh my goodness, man. So he's in Jacksonville, right?
Yep.
So
Cost
no
of living
no
is
no
kind of
state
cheap down there
tax.
too. Yeah.
Oh man. I'd probably take at least half of it and try to invest in something long term. No
Five.
bullshit real estate deals.
If I did, I'd do like a apartment complex or something like that. 5 year deal for 150 million, 88 million guaranteed, according to ESPN.
That, that's solid. Yeah, that is solid. He's played really well though. He's the past 2 years. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
one of the better edge rushers in the game now.
Oh wow. Looks like Jacksonville got this pick in pretty quick.
I'm curious to see what Trevor Lawrence can do with them. Like that team will go as far as he takes them.
Lawrence is a good quarterback though.
He's good. I don't feel like he's really taken him over the top yet.
Oh, you're gonna like this pick.
Oh, damn it. That sucks, man. Oh,
17 receiving touchdowns.
I'm surprised that kid didn't go a little sooner, actually.
Yeah.
Damn it. 23. 9 picks before us. That sucks. You guys are coming up, aren't you? 26?
26. Yeah. Well, I like that two players who I'm interested in us taking were still available. I don't want to jinx it and even say it out loud.
No problem. No problem.
I gotta admit, after all these beers that I've been taking down, I'm glad that I don't feel as buzzed as I thought I would at this point.
I drank the neck off that bottle so far.
Pause. Yeah, that's a yeah, you're doing whiskey, so I'm surprised that you're taking it like a champ.
You get used to it.
It looks like it's smooth though. Smooth is good. It's not the
It is. Yeah. Once you learn a little bit more about bourbon, you figure out which ones to buy and which ones not to buy. That's a good pick for them. I'm jealous. That's a good kid.
who's on the clock? Oh, Dallas. I think Dallas will go with defensive lineman or a linebacker, because they lost a couple guys. Ew. Think we might have lost Wayne. Well, as it stands right now, it's just me sitting here enjoying my drink and waiting for the draft to come back, so we can see who the Dallas Cowboys are going to take. Like I said, I see Dallas taking a defensive lineman or a linebacker to replace some of the people that they've lost. I think Dallas lost like 11 players to free agency. And as we all know, Dallas has not made any big splashes or signings in free agency so far, which is usually unlike them because Jerry Jones usually likes to sign a couple of big name players. But given the fact that he's going to have to figure out something with Micah Parsons' contract, CeeDee Lamb is going to have to get paid coming up, and they got to figure out what they're doing with Dak. I think that might be the reason why he decided to go a little bit light in the free agency this particular offseason. So yeah, the stream is still going. Yeah, waiting to see. Waiting for the draft to come back, like I said, so we can see what the Cowboys are going to pick. It's been a good night. I've been enjoying it. It's been fun. This is the first ever live stream for the NFL draft that I've ever done. Let's see, we got some comments showing up in the Facebook group. I think there's a couple comments in the YouTube channel. Okay, the draft is actually back. Okay, I hope the live is still going. It is, okay. Oh, I don't know if the signal just cut out or what. So it looks like the Cowboys trade 24. Oh, wow. The Cowboys trade the pick to the Lions. Didn't see that coming. Wayne will be joining us back again shortly. His battery died, so he has to charge it. Let's see. Yeah, Dallas traded the pick to the Lions. All right, let's just hope the Lions don't pick the player who I want the Bucks to pick. Terrion Arnold from DB from Alabama, selected by the Lions. And ironically, that was one of the two players who I wanted the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to possibly draft. That's what's up. It's a good pick. It's the pick that I wish Tampa would have made, but there's one more guy who I'd like to see the Bucks draft. And as long as the Green Bay Packers do not decide to crash the party and take the guy that I want us to take, one pick before we pick, it should be all right. So, Tampa Bay, we're going to be on the clock very, very soon. Green Bay is on the clock. I expect Green Bay to take probably an offensive lineman or a tight end for their quarterback, Jordan Love. Excuse me. Just as long as they don't take the defensive player that I want the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to take, I think we'll be good. It's funny. My boy Derek just commented and said Drake May is a better version of Mitch Trubisky. And so, yeah, he kind of is actually. Green Bay, please don't take the player that I want us to draft. Green Bay's pick should be in shortly. All right, we got Wayne back.
Sorry about that, sir.
It's all good, man. So, the Green Bay Packers are about to give their selection. Tampa Bay picks right after them. The one I wanted us to take Thierry Arnold. He was one of the two players I wanted us to take. Cornerback from Alabama. The Lions
Yeah,
traded with the Cowboys and took our pick. Now I'm just hoping the Green Bay Packers don't take the guy that I want.
I know you can't say who it is.
Yeah, I'm not because if I say it, they're gonna draft it.
Who did the
And then
Cowboys end up taking?
I'm gonna feel like it was my fault.
Yeah, exactly. Who did the Cowboys take?
Cowboys traded the pick to the Lions.
Got it.
I guess maybe that just goes. Well, they traded back like maybe like 4 spots, 3 or 4 spots. But I guess that's showing that they're not in love with any of these players at the end of this first round, or maybe they traded back to try to get more picks because the Cowboys have like
Exactly.
11 guys they need to try to replace.
Right.
So if you
That's
trade
fair.
back 4 slots and then you're able to pick up like 2 extra picks, it makes sense.
I agree. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. They did
Another
not take him,
tackle.
but another tackle. See what I mean? Everybody's taking O line seriously. And Green Bay, Wisconsin is where next year's draft is going to be. That's crazy.
That is crazy. The Chiefs were probably hoping that guy would slide.
Yeah. Is there anybody else that has a first round draft grade that plays tackle?
I don't think so.
There's a lot of tackles got picked in the first round.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay is on the clock. Yeah,
So
for
they're saying
Tampa, I
they're
wouldn't
saying he,
mind if we took Cooper DeJean, quarterback from Iowa,
yeah.
Nate Wiggins, another cornerback from Clemson, Kool-Aid McKinstry, another corner. I'm okay with that. And possibly even Darius Robinson, edge rusher from Missouri.
Okay. Okay. Which wide receivers are left?
Bucks pick the Bucks pick is in right away,
They
and I know why
know who they want.
exactly, and I think it's one of the cornerbacks that I was talking about. I'll
Yeah,
be
I think you're
right
right.
back in one moment after all this consuming of Heineken beer. I have to drain the weasel.
Go do your thing.
Whew. All right, I feel that much better.
That was fast.
Yep. But yeah, I want us to take the Iowa cornerback, Dijon.
Oh,
That's my number one pick. Who I want us to take.
okay.
I'd be okay if we went Kool Aid after Kool Aid. I wouldn't mind if we took the defensive end from Missouri.
That'd be crazy if that guy from Missouri slides to the Chiefs. They don't really need another edge rusher, but
Yeah, my boy Derek is ready to join us. So I like how they made it very simple. All I have to do is copy this link, go to your inbox, and send it to him.
yeah, it was super easy.
And it's funny because when you use Facebook software directly, Facebook makes it so goddamn complicated to add a person to talk to.
Yeah.
Ecamm is so simple. Like I say, just copy the link, send it to them. They click on the link, brings you right here, and it looks like a ringing phone when you're ready to join. And all I do is press the green button, and it brings you on. Yeah, my boy Derek should be joining us momentarily. We got D Rock coming up soon. He just texted me like, "Yo, you still going?" Like, yes. We're on 2 hours and 29 minutes. This live stream has been going.
Going strong.
Oh yeah. I've been thinking that I'm gonna use this live. I'm gonna start doing this more often. Like instead of having to do my instead of me standing in front of the green screen the way I used to do it, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it like this where it's more personable. It's just me talking, interacting with whoever. Like I'll do my movie reviews like this. I'm
Okay.
gonna be doing an X-Men live. I mean, I don't know if you saw the X-Men live that I did the other day, but we're gonna be doing another one for X-Men episode 7 with my boy Gavin. And make it conversational, as opposed to it's just me speaking and just talking and giving my thoughts. I like having someone to bounce ideas off and talk to make it conversational. It records it, and I can post the conversation up on my YouTube channel and Facebook, and whoever's interested can watch it. You know, to make it
I
simple.
like that. Yeah, that's a good idea.
All
Everything's done
right,
on you.
Derek is joining. What's goody, man? Hold up,
Yo,
Buck
yo, what's
Select.
up, my guy? How you doing?
It's going down. What the
Not much. Can you
fuck?
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Tampa Bay just took a center. Graham
Yo,
Barton from Duke. Come on, B. Nigga, we need some defense. What y'all doing?
That is not what you were expecting.
No, no. I wanted us to take the cornerback Dijon from Iowa.
why, why would Tampa Bay do that?
Because niggas don't want to win. Son. Yo, man, this is crazy. Come on, fam.
Man,
We
y'all
took this
fighting for the top. Y'all fighting for a top 10 pick next year. Come on, bro.
nigga. Yeah, yo. Quiet as kept. We gonna be drafting. We're gonna be drafting a franchise quarterback next year.
Yes.
Yo, you saw what Atlanta did to Kirk Cousins?
Yo, but I knew that was gonna come, bro. Atlanta signed Kirk Cousins as a stopgap. Like you could tell the way they signed him, because if they would have went after Justin Fields, that would have showed you that they would have placed to somebody for like 5 years.
Yeah,
The fact that they gave Kirk Cousins all that money, I knew he wasn't going to be there for the whole contract. There's no way. Why
yeah.
would you?
And the fact they did the eighth overall pick they drafted the quarterback, like yeah, Kirk, you're gonna be up out of there real soon.
But bro, here's the other thing that Atlanta did, right? Atlanta, they secured themselves some money. If Penix come out and is blazing in camp and he's blazing in the preseason, you could trade Kirk. You
Yeah,
could cut Kirk. And now all that money is back into you. Now you got a quarterback on a rookie deal. Now you can go sign some other players.
but if
So
they,
this is the perfect storm for Atlanta.
yeah, but he got like 80 something million guaranteed.
Yeah, but so what? If you trade him, that ain't guaranteed your money.
Yeah,
You get him up out of there. Say if a team, think about it. If a team loses a quarterback early in the year next year, right?
yeah,
Early in the preseason, early in the year, great target for Kirk Cousins if Penix shows up in training camp.
yeah. Like yeah. I would trade him truthfully. I would trade Kurt to somebody that needs him.
You got to look at their setup. When I looked at their setup of their offense, I said, "Oh, this makes sense." Pitts is on a rookie deal. Drake London is on a rookie deal. The running back is on a rookie deal. They got all their start players on a rookie deal. The only person that's on a real deal is Kirk Cousins. So he don't perform or he not doing as good as Michael Penix. Trade him, cut him in a year, and now you got all your core players on rookie deals.
Yeah, that's real smart. Look at this analysis we're getting from Derek right now.
It's in depth. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
The kid from Missouri just went.
Yeah, exactly. He was like the tertiary pick where if we would have took Darius Robinson, I'd been okay with that. But instead, we went with a fucking center. I don't want a center. We don't need a center. We probably do need a center, but I think
You
it's
need
what
it.
we need. But I feel like we need defense more.
They were talking about that center today on Colin Cowherd's show. They
Where?
asked one of the yeah, seriously, they asked one of the analysts who they thought was the best, like, rock solid player, maybe not a superstar, but the best plug and play player. And
Pause.
the analyst said
Plug
that
and
kid,
play is
Graham Barton.
crazy. What you say?
They said he was the best, the most well-rounded
Oh, okay.
pick in the draft, like the most surefire pick.
I
All right. Well, I guess we invested all that money in Baker Mayfield. We need to make sure we keep him upright.
I
you
guess
can't go
so.
you can't go wrong with a good center. That's like a safe pick. You know what I'm saying? Like you pick a center and he's solid. That's somebody that's in your franchise for 10 years. Doesn't have
Yeah,
to be a pro. He just has to be solid.
That's real, but our corners be getting torched, b. Like we be giving up like 370 yards a game.
This is a wide receiver in a corner deep draft, right? So and an O lineman. So those three positions you don't have to reach. I'm not trying to take anything from the Iowa corner, but he's the first white corner since Jason Sehorn,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's
that's
real.
right. That's right.
You gotta hold back on that one a little bit.
My man shows up 49er down. Hold up. Let me go grab another beer. We're gonna talk some Niners next. Oh, it's funny because you're a hardcore 49er fan. Wayne, you can see Wayne, right?
Yeah, I can't see him. No,
You can't see Wayne?
I think
no.
he's having the same problem I had with his camera,
That's crazy. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
But you can't see Wayne.
Can't see Wayne,
and
but
I
I
can't
seen
see
him
him.
before I joined. I seen him. So
But that's
Can
okay. If he's a Niners fan, I don't want to see him.
you know who his team is?
who he like?
The Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Oh, hey, we drafting just for y'all.
I
Trust me.
don't know.
This draft is solely for the Chiefs. Our first round pick is solely for. We're
That's
gonna
right.
get a. We got to get our own line. I mean, 3 plays cost us. 3 plays cost us. Well, in all 3 plays, it was Jones. So would have been a different story if he would have been blocked up. I don't even touch base with the refs. I don't care about that. Just
Right,
win.
right.
You know what I'm saying? If we do our job, we win. So this draft is for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Artemis's team beat the shit out of us. What 3 years ago with
Yeah.
when our offensive line fell apart and we couldn't hold
Right.
anybody. I know that
Derek,
feeling.
what do you see now?
We're gonna go get an offensive tackle. We're gonna get the best one available. It doesn't make a difference what side. Our right side was horrible.
Oh, Chiefs
In the
traded up.
Super Bowl,
Chiefs traded up.
Chiefs trading up. Okay.
Yep.
Derek, on the screen, what do you see?
nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, just you.
That's crazy.
Chiefs traded up. I wonder who they're gonna get. I'm almost. I'm. What do you think they're gonna get, Wayne? Who do you think y'all gonna get?
I think they're going to go for probably a wide receiver.
That's what I'm
Probably
thinking.
like Mitchell out of Texas, somebody like that.
So I'm thinking y'all go get Leggett.
Okay. Okay. I'm not mad at that.
I, I mean, he'll be great for that system. He's like a Debo Samuel's almost.
I think
Derek,
if
you
they
got your
moved
camera
up,
on?
Yeah,
yeah, if they moved up, I think they're going
Oh,
for a
okay, there
wide
we go.
receiver.
yeah, they definitely go.
In the world?
Which wide receivers are left so far?
Uh, the top three are Leggett, from South Carolina, the dude from Texas, the two dudes from Texas, tall.
Got
I
it.
think his name is Mitch, and then the other one that won 4-1. They switched it word.
Worthy. Okay. Interesting. Okay. That's interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if they took one of the two from Texas.
Yeah, me neither. They're- Oh, I wonder if is it Texas from a receiver from Georgia too that's there, but he's not. There. I don't.
Yeah. My camera froze up on me.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I'm trying to
I
figure
think
out what in the world. I'm trying to get everybody back on the screen all together.
Yeah, I still have sound, but I'm frozen.
Okay, there is. Okay, I got all three of us back on now. Maybe it was the connection being a little bit slower.
It was the Earth flexing with the Chiefs trading up. That's what it was.
So who
just like I think everything revolves around the Chiefs.
it it didn't for a long time. Trust me, for a long time it sucked.
well, who's picking? She's about to pick right now.
And the Chiefs
Yes, pick
pick
is
is
in. Yeah, they got to go wide receiver here.
Oh, I think they're gonna take a cornerback because right they who did they let Snead go to?
oh they
Yeah, they let
yeah they
Snead go, but
right. So
Ladarius
they
they
got
Sneed.
depth there.
He went where?
Titans.
Oh
yeah
wow,
they might get that corner.
I think they will.
They might get Cooper. They might get that kid from Iowa.
They're either gonna get
Oh, that'd be all right. That'd be all right.
him or Kool Aid. If Kool Aid ain't been picked already,
I think that kid, the kid from Iowa, is more versatile than Kool Aid though.
If they
yeah,
pick a
I think so
cornerback,
too.
if they get a cornerback over a wide receiver, Chiefs fans are going to freak out. But I think
Shit,
it
y'all won with a terrible receiving corps. Like
yeah, we don't even need a wide receiver.
the way you just played and the way you got Patrick Mahomes, I don't know if you even need a.
We just need a shopping cart to throw to.
So on
What you say?
who Kansas City trade?
They
No, the
traded with
Bills.
who's on the clock?
Chiefs are.
Yo,
Who they pick?
they
Oh,
traded to
they
the
traded with the
Chiefs.
Bills.
Oh, okay. Your signal must be cutting in and out because sometimes I can see you, Derek, and sometimes I can't.
They traded with the Bills. I can't believe that.
Told you.
Xavier, what?
Yup, that's the receiver from Texas. That's the fastest receiver
Yeah, that's the
in the
kid from
league.
Oh, okay.
Texas. Yeah,
He ran for one.
that's the fast one, right? Yeah.
And
Yeah,
wow. So Buffalo, instead of taking them, they traded the pick to Kansas City and let Kansas City take them.
I wonder what Buffalo picked up. And I don't know about Buffalo, but it started like San Francisco 49ers wouldn't trade during the draft with Dallas. You
Hmm.
feel for a first, like we just wouldn't. We
Yeah,
wouldn't help Dallas way. So why the hell would the Bills help Kansas City when you can't beat them? That doesn't make any sense to me.
it
I'm
doesn't.
It
playing the long.
doesn't. It doesn't. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, I'm playing the long game. No, pick at 32 and wait to see who's going to be there. I'm not trading any first round, nothing with you guys, unless you gave them like a third round pick. If you gave them a third round pick, then okay, because they only lost 4 slots. But I'm not helping Kansas City. I'm trying to beat Kansas City.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
I'm a little surprised that they did pick him because he is a smaller guy, but
I'm
he
not.
sure is fast.
I'm not. That's not Tyreek Hill, McCole Hartman. Like y'all like those smaller type gadget type receivers, and he fit that.
We kind of got that though since we picked up Hollywood Brown.
And how many need? I mean,
I guess you can't have enough speed though.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. All he needs to do is stretch the field, and it's a good pick. I think it's a good pick. I don't think he's worth the first round. I wouldn't have gave him a first round pick for that.
Ooh,
Where the two other receivers in front of him are way more polished, way more
yeah.
polished.
Yeah, I
He's
agree.
more,
I agree
of
with that.
yeah, he's more of a, I can give you a set number of plays in your rookie year to blow the top off, but you're not gonna be like you're not gonna 70 balls. Not gonna catch 70. He'll be in the 40 to 50 on low side. He'd be like a
That's a great team for him to go to, though.
yeah, he's gonna play. He, Andy Reid will dial some
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
bills. This is why they lose. I would trade with the Raiders.
You breaking up, Derek?
I said no. This is just the Bills, man. Bills being the Bills. You trade Stephon, you throwing your team away. Like their team is literally getting thrown away right now in front of everybody. I don't see what they're doing. You don't
Mhm.
trade with Kansas. I don't care what, unless they give you a like. It got to be so sweet to trade with them. But if they're just trading for you to move 4 spots for a fourth rounder, no, it's not worth it. Like
The next pick is in.
this corner, corner. Oh, they did. And see, this is us now.
Tyler Guyton.
Yeah, that was our pick. That's who I had us picking.
that's interesting.
I didn't, but I knew Dallas needed the O line. They lost like what, 3 starters, starting O line.
Mhm.
Their center, left tackle went to. They need line help big.
That is interesting. I'm actually a little surprised the Chiefs didn't try to take that kid.
The
We
O
we needed a
lineman,
tackle.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't. Maybe he didn't have a first round draft grade with them. Because remember,
he
you're trying
did.
to
Yeah,
get quality value for whatever your pick is. So if maybe they only had him ranked, he might have been like one of the few tackles left, and on their draft
yeah.
board, he might have been like a mid second round guy. So if that's somebody who we have graded at a mid second round, I'd be willing to trade out of that first round to pick up some extra picks and maybe get a first
Nah,
rounder for next year.
they couldn't do that. They couldn't do that. He's the last rate highest rated O tackle. So the next O tackle is like a late second round grade. Um,
Interesting.
San
Yeah.
Francisco was going to get him. That was San Francisco's pick. San Francisco wanted him too. But
Mm.
now it's going to be interesting to see what San Francisco do because there's no other O tackle with first to early second round grade. So if we take the O tackle who's really reaching for him, so now
Yeah.
San Francisco is a weird spot because do we reach for a player who might not be a first round grade or do we trade back?
Yeah, that's a good question, and it's funny because I saw somebody posted online. Buffalo traded out to KC and had the pick of the best wide receivers left, which we need, and KC gets the fastest one in the draft. Feels like the Mahomes trade all over.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I say it don't make sense because Buffalo don't got no receivers.
Nope.
Gabe Davis is gone. They traded Stephon. They receivers is really trash. They don't have no receivers. So to trade with Kansas City and then Kansas City get the fastest receiver, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense.
They must have gave up something good. I don't know how much they gave up, but
I mean, shit. They just gave up another AFC just by doing what they did.
So
So
they just gave another AFC championship.
it wasn't that good, man.
who did the Cowboys pick
They traded out. Well, actually, no.
again?
They traded. What did they take? They traded the first time to I
You're
think
right.
Nah,
They
they got
did.
to
Yeah,
Jacksonville.
they traded out again.
They traded out a second time.
no.
Yeah.
They got Tyler, got the O lineman from Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tyler Guyton, offensive
Yeah,
tackle.
Right
he's
now, the
good, but
Ravens pick is
he's
in.
the last O tackle with the top like early second, late first round pick. So this is interesting. This is interesting. That was my pick for my team. That's who I had us slated to go in the first round.
Mm.
But I knew Dallas needed O line, but I didn't think this many O linemen was going to go off the board.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
like 7 O linemen picked in the first round.
I didn't see 7 O linemen as first round worthy.
Yeah, eight offensive linemen went in this first round.
That's crazy. Somebody getting
Yeah, it
fired.
is crazy.
Somebody getting fired.
That's a,
8 O linemen? No way. That's wow. Well, somebody getting fired for these O linemen, and somebody definitely getting fired for these quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Drake May
that's a
was a
quarter of the first round.
that was a
There's still a ton of talent. Keon Coleman, he hasn't gone.
that's interesting. So they went with the third rated cornerback on the board. So he just fell in love with somebody.
Yeah,
wow.
See, that's what I love about the NFL draft. It don't make a difference
they
where
always
you're
go
rated.
defense.
If a team falls in love with you, you can just shop the draft. It doesn't
Yeah,
even matter. Because
like
this
Michael
dude,
Penix Jr. Yeah,
he wasn't a first round pick on no boards. This dude from Clemson. I like his game, but he's not better than Cooper, and he's not better than Kool-Aid.
nope.
Yeah, that's a surprise.
That's my interview. I blew the I whispered
Whoa,
sweet nothing.
What?
I blew
you see that
the
lady's
interview.
titties?
You say you see some tits?
That lady's titties was falling out.
Where at? We got need a replay.
Whoever was sitting next to that draft pick.
That's a fact. Oh,
Two
so
picks
now we on the
left. Two
clock.
picks left in the first round.
Yeah, I don't know what we do. We can actually, which is crazy. I didn't think this would happen. We can actually get Cooper
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he could play safety and corner. He
yep.
would actually work for us. But
That wouldn't be a
I
bad
don't think
pick.
I don't think we draft him. I think it's Kool-Aid.
Who the
What
hell?
draft did I like? Did I like any picks to any team?
Yeah, I mean, most of the picks have been solid.
Yeah. Any surprises?
Michael Penix was the biggest surprise.
Yeah. I think Brock Bowers also going to the Raiders is a huge surprise.
That was a big
Yeah, I
surprise
agree.
because the Raiders,
I
like
agree
they
with that
said,
one.
who's their starting quarterback?
Right. Right.
Gardner.
Hey, you know what hurt? The Raiders probably thought they probably thought Bo Nix or somebody would be in the second round.
Probably did. They thought they were going to be able to wait.
Yeah. And so they probably just went with the best available, man, because all the quarterbacks that they wanted is gone. Very surprising that 5 quarterbacks went in the top 12.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I don't think anybody expected Penix to go to the Falcons.
But they got people. Well, you know, it's a quarterback-driven league. So if you got people thinking that you could potentially be getting a franchise QB, you got to do what you got to do.
That's the fastest way to get fired. Fastest way to get fired, man. Like Drake May wasn't a surefire pick. Like to
Mm-mm.
me, unless you're a surefire top three quarter, like I know you're gonna come in and start from day one. I'm not drafting a quarterback in the top three. I'll trade out.
Wow,
Yeah,
Like because you not getting the right quarterback sets you behind 3 years.
that's
If you
true.
get the wrong quarterback, then you're 3 years behind now. Because you gotta kind of wait out
yeah.
their rookie contract. They do.
It's
Unless you
it's a
fast track it
risk.
like San Francisco and just trade Trey Young away, trade him away.
Yeah,
You know, like quarterbacks is tough, man. Quarterbacks is tough.
I think I'd rather have Penix than Drake May.
I would rather have Penix. I would rather have J.J. McCarthy, and I would rather have Bo Nix rather than Drake May. I would.
Wow, my man just
That's
shitting on
strong.
Drake May.
Yeah.
The, the thing about Drake May is we've seen this before.
Mm.
We've seen this before. We've seen this with Mitchell Trubisky. We've seen this with Daniel Jones. We've seen
Yeah.
these one-year starters who blow up and have semi-good numbers against great, like good teams, but shit the bed when they play great teams, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's the NFL. It don't. So it's like to me, why would you do that? You just took a quarterback 3 years ago with Matt Jones. That didn't work out.
Who?
Now you're gonna yeah exactly. Now you're gonna now you're
Who?
gonna take now you're
Who?
gonna take another in the top five who's almost the exact same make as Matt Jones? That's
Mac
stupid.
Jones. Who? Mac Jones.
That's dumb. Yeah.
That's
Pa-
crazy.
Patriots think they got
That's
some
just a
fairy dust
rumor now.
magic, sprinkle on the quarterback and just make him Tom Brady.
So
Nah,
this
fam.
nigga say he's Mac Jones light.
Hey, it don't work like that.
He's diet Mac Jones.
Right. And you look at Atlanta. Atlanta just they just drafted Desmond Riddler last year.
Didn't they
Yes,
trade
they
him to
did.
they traded him to the Cardinals, right?
Yeah,
I
they
know,
traded him.
get him.
Yeah. So he's going to the
So
Cardinals
that's
to
what
be
I'm
the backup. Nigga, he's hoping
saying.
Kyler Murray gets injured again.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where quarterbacks right now, the patience with quarterbacks is crazy. Like
Yeah.
you got 32 to show us something, or Sayonara. You're
Yeah.
out of here.
That's why I said I don't think Russell Wilson has that long a leash in Pittsburgh. If they fall to 0-2 or 0-3 or 1-3, 1-4, it's gonna be the
Yeah.
Justin Fields show.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
Oh, the pick is in San
Your pick
Francisco.
is in. Who do you think you're taking?
Kool-Aid.
Let's see what the 69ers take.
Oh, we drafted a wide receiver.
Okay. Oh, that might make Ayuk expendable. Hasn't he
That is.
wanted more money?
Hold on. Ricky. Oh, we wildin'. We're bugging. We're bugging.
That's a stretch.
It's a bad pick.
But it's it's the end of the
This,
first round though.
this is a bad pick. And no, but bro, you draft a corner, right? Now this is telling.
Damn.
This is telling because now this does worry me about IU. You don't draft a first round receiver unless you have other plans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and this dude is okay. He's not first round worthy.
You don't think
That's
so?
surprising. Yeah, that's a
No,
surprising pick.
I watched Florida play. He never stood out to me.
Wow.
Never. Like at best, he's a third round. I think.
I was about to say, yeah, he seems more like a third round pick.
He's a third round. This was a stretch, and this was a bad pick. But I'm gonna tell you this: we always draft bad in the first round. Solomon Thomas, Reuben Foster. We're either we're strike on it. Trey Young. I mean, we're either on it or we're not. And like our record shows, we're not a good first round evaluators. We're
No, but
just not.
y'all kill the late rounds though. The
No, that's what I'm
second,
saying.
third, fourth, fifth round, y'all do good, real good.
Fourth, fourth to seventh round, we found more, bro. And this is crazy with San Fran. We have found more starters in the last 5 years between the fourth and seventh round than the first and third round.
Wow, but that's a
We just
fact. I
don't
really have like, yeah,
don't draft well in the early rounds. We're good at deep, like looking for that nuance.
yeah.
See, and that's where the rounds come with. The later rounds come with what fit are you trying to have? Are you trying to do a block and tie in? Are you trying to get a certain type of receiver? Are you trying to get a certain type of corner? Now you get specific needs that you know this dude can only do this for you well, and you're gonna just plug him there.
Mm-hmm.
In the first round, it's more you don't know. It's more potential, and we are horrible at evaluating potential. We are bad. Unless they come from our practice squad. If they come from our practice squad, we promote them.
What went wrong in San Francisco with what's his name? With the dude that got traded to the Cowboys,
Yeah.
the
Trey
quarterback.
Lance.
Yeah.
Trey Lance. So it was a number of things. He got drafted to the wrong team, right?
Okay.
First and foremost, you got drafted to a team that's ready to win a Super Bowl now. So expectations for a young quarterback was through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
You came on a team and you had to beat out somebody who had a 70% winning record, Jimmy Garoppolo. You
Jimmy
ended
grab
up
him low.
right. You end up,
That never gets old.
but then remember, rookie year, last preseason game, he breaks his finger. So
Yeah.
now his rookie year, you don't play until week 13. You have a decent game, whatever. But that young guy was sitting on the sideline watching and taking reps the whole time while you was being injured. That was
Mm-hmm.
Brock.
Yeah.
Brock was just waiting for his chance. And as
Mm-hmm.
soon as Brock took a chance, I was like, oh yeah, Trey Lance is done. We should trade him. Like, there's no way he's gonna pass Brock at this point. Like, it's no way. And then his confidence. Once Brock took the position and they announced, like, yo, we're not taking it from Brock because he got hurt in the NFC Championship. He's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be the starter once he's healthy. I knew Trey Lance was done because your mental was done.
Yeah.
I was the number 3 overall pick. You traded 3 first-round picks for me. And Mr. Irrelevant is the leader in the clubhouse. Coming in.
Word.
I
Mr.
literally
Relevant's
got
getting all the hoes, and he about to get the big contract. Oh hell
I
no.
got 200 picks before him. I knew he was done. I knew he was done. I'm just happy that we found somebody stupid enough to take him. To be honest with you, I thought he was going to go to Kansas City. To be honest, I thought Kansas City was going to take him.
Really?
There
Yeah,
was some talk. Yeah.
why wouldn't Kansas City take him? It
But
would have
that's
been
just
like a
it.
7th round, and he would have had all our intel.
Oh wow, I didn't even think about that. Dallas might not want to pay Dak Prescott because of his lack of success in the postseason. So they might let Dak walk after this season, and Trey Lance might be the starter.
Trey Lance has a great opportunity, man. He has a great opportunity if he actually just works on himself because Dallas is going Dallas is like the Bills in some
Yeah,
sort of way.
They are like the end of that 100%. They are like the NFC version of the Bills.
And
Every
Dallas
next year is always their year.
going to the Super Bowl. Every year we're going to the Super Bowl. But Dallas is very impatient. And what I mean by that is Dak is probably the best quarterback y'all have had in a long time.
Yep.
Like Romo was good, but Romo was a loser too. Let's get it straight. Romo wasn't a winner in the playoffs. Romo was a loser in the playoffs as well. So
Yeah.
what do you do? Start over? Do you get a new quarterback? And then who do you get? And now are your expectations Super Bowl? Jerry Jones is 78 years old. You gonna start over with a new quarterback? I don't know, brother. You pushing it close to seeing a Super Bowl before your life over.
Word.
Like, so to me, they gotta stay with Dak. I don't
Yeah.
think Dak leaves. until Jerry passes away, bro.
Yeah, Jerry
So
Jones
the,
is close
so
to
the
the
Bills
end than he
traded
is the
down
beginning.
twice.
The Bills are bugging.
That just shows that there's nobody that they're like, there's nobody that really, I guess, that
They
they feel
took
like
Leggett.
receiver.
Who took
Who?
Panthers.
Oh wow,
smart, smart,
Yeah,
smart,
that's a smart pick.
he's
and,
actually
and,
pretty good.
and see for me, San Francisco dropped the ball. You could have got Leggett. If you're gonna get any receiver, you get him. He is a taller Debo Samuels.
Yeah, so yeah, he's tall and he's athletic, and he came from
And
the same school as Debo Samuels.
weighs 220 pounds and runs people over like Debo.
Wow.
Like he is legit, bro. Like that's why I understand. You don't take Ricky Parcell, who
And
doesn't do anything special.
yeah,
You don't like you don't take him and then let the next dynamic dude go right afterwards. Like this is a bad pick. This is a bad pick.
maybe he's a good blocking wide receiver.
We don't need
You're funny.
those. I mean, I will say this: San Francisco probably blocks better than most teams in the league.
Hmm.
Kansas City as well. Kansas City blocks as well. But shit, if you can't block and you can catch, I'll take it.
Hey, I'm gonna bounce, man. I, I appreciate you having me on.
No doubt. Thanks for being on, man. I appreciate you.
No worries.
And
Have a good night.
Salute.
Take
Till
care.
next time.
yeah, I chop it up with you a little bit. I just looking at the draft, looking who made bad picks.
Yeah, I think that was the last pick, right?
Yeah, that's the last pick. That's
Okay.
the last pick.
Oh well, yeah. Buffalo traded out.
Yeah, that's crazy. Buffalo trying to get extra picks. So that means tomorrow, Buffalo gonna go heavy on receivers. Buffalo probably gonna draft two receivers tomorrow.
Yeah. But all right, yeah, it was the last pick, so it is kind of late. I
Yep,
appreciate you coming and stopping by the live, man, talking some football.
no problem, bro. Have a good rest of your night.
No doubt. Love you, man. Till next time.
Later.
Peace. And that is the first annual MindBender Entertainment NFL football draft coverage. Thank you to my guests, Nick Higbee, Wayne Christopher. Well, Nick Higbee in Rochester, New York, Wayne Christopher in Washington, D.C., and Derek Dyer in Rochester, New York. I am Emperor Cole here from New York City. And until next time, folks, love, peace, and happiness. And remember, the future is now. Peace.